Hey there, folks. We're going live right now. Just jumping right into it. We have a tornado warning in southern Saskatchewan, and we are watching it closely. Alana knows how to pronounce this name. Was it Coronach, I believe? Is that what you said?
Coronach, yes.
Coronach. Okay, perfect. Anybody in Coronach needs to be taking shelter immediately with the storm. It's already on top of you at this point in time. Our IW storm risk is at 12% tornado risk on it, 61% total severe risk. And yeah, pretty nasty storm. Definitely some hail in there for sure. There's quite a few actually have really popped these stronger storms. We decided to upgrade our forecast to a strong risk that's kind of an isolated polygon, basically from Assiniboia kind of up towards Regina in this kind of pocket right here. And you can see some really strong supercells now developing. This one down here northwest of Flintoff is 39% total severe risk on it as well too. It is looking pretty grumpy. And then there's another little beast of a storm down here by Rosefield in deep south, well, not deep, but southwestern, right near the international border, southwestern Saskatchewan. So some pretty grumpy looking storms here that are certainly a concern. And I hope everybody is staying safe in their path. Environment Canada. Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, a surprising one that I'm seeing is north of Saskatoon. It's got a really nice outflow boundary on it.
Oh, hello. Yeah, that's right. There is lots of more storms. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to get that severe up there.
Not to get that far north, yeah. We got wind gusts on radar at 96.48 kilometers an hour. That may not be the same at the surface, but based on the fact that this is a giant flying V supercell, maybe that is the case. So I'm trying to think here. Yeah, most of we thought marginal up into here. But yeah, we are seeing some. And then also, I mean, this is way far away from radar in the middle of nowhere, but kind of northeast of Candle Lake is a big old hail core up there as well, too. So looks like storms are definitely showing up further north than expected. And there's a big, strong hail core over here northwest of Rosemount. And it's got DBZ into 73.5, which is pretty strong. Probably some big-time hail and that storm. So thankfully, we've got all the radars. Hooray! Kudos to Environment Canada getting those radars back up. We didn't have Bethune for the last live stream, but now we do. So it's a good thing. We do have some storms that are kind of moving into the Moose Jaw area west of Regina. Right now, those are just a marginal severe risk on 12% severe risk. It's not super duper high, but we do have these storms that are basically south and east of Swift Current and riding along the international border, again, like this one that is underneath a tornado warning at this point in time. Can somebody confirm for me? I don't. Oh, Bren's overlays are going to potato again. Can somebody confirm for me? I'm not sure, but if you have Instant Weather Pro, are you seeing these pop-ups now? I'm using the staging version, so I'm not sure entirely. But the cool thing now is we can get all the details from the alerts just by clicking on the map now with Instant Weather Pro. Possibly produce.
I will check with
Perfect.
you live.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Atlanta. Possibly producing a tornado, it says in here. Toonie size hail, a tornado is possible. Locations impacted include Coronach. Yes, this is dangerous, potentially life-threatening, blah, 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 blah. You can all read the details of that. I just wanted to go through it. The nice thing about having these on here is now while we're on the live stream, I don't need to bug Brennan or Alana to go double-check the details. I can just jump into here and see if it mentions if a tornado has been confirmed by any spotters. Those details are obviously critically important. So, but this is a pretty nasty looking supercell. So definitely a chance of it producing a tornado. It's currently located 22 kilometers south of Rock Glen. And right now, it's basically moving over Coronach at the moment, as you can see right here, and quite the hail core on it. It is a beastly looking.
That is a negative for that information popping up. It just says severe thunderstorm warning with nothing else.
I see. Okay. All right. I'm going to message our dev right now. One of our devs that is dealing with that. By the way, on US radar, this one is starting to look even worse here. I don't like the look of it right here. So if I zoom this in on US radar, I don't like the look of this part of the storm. This part of the storm looks nasty. 156.6 kilometers an hour. That's hopefully noise. I'm hoping that's noise. If it isn't noise, we have multiple areas of 131.4, 133.2. Now this radar is relatively far away. This storm is kind of halfway between two radars right now. So those readings would be well up in the storm, but really strong winds aloft And when you have them aloft and they can start stretching towards the surface, that is when things get nasty. So hopefully down to an 8% tornado risk as far as machine learning is concerned with this particular storm. But 8% is not something to shrug off here, because we've seen tornadoes at anything above 2-3%. We've seen tornadoes before. It's pretty rare when it's that low, but especially above 5, we start to see more confirmed tornadoes for sure. Just the more we're using storm risk, the more we start to interpret how often it gets things right and wrong. This is really interesting. This really, really strong signature up here. You would normally look at radar and go, oh my god, like if I just looked at wind radar and said, oh my goodness, look at the incredible rotation here, like that would look like a tornado. However, on Instant Weather Pro, you can swipe back and forth between precipitation and wind, and so you can see it's on the left side of the storm. I'm wondering if there's something going on here. Let me switch to a different radar and see if we see anything similar. It's nice to be able to toggle back and forth. Maybe a really strong influence on that side of the storm, which seems a little bit odd. Typically, we see really strong inflow on the southeast. This is really weird as well, too. We're seeing it also on Schuler radar. This very strong signature on the left side. Normally, I'd say something like, is it side lobe contamination? It might be, actually. It might be side lobe because of this hail core here. What side lobe is when the radar's looking at the storm, sometimes it's very strange. When I was reading about it, is that the more elevated parts of the storm can be incredibly strong, and because their signal is so strong that it can actually affect even when the radar's trying to scan at the low levels of the storm. So it kind of gets influenced by the top of the storm. Somehow the beam gets influenced by that. I'm not sure. We'll have to talk to Dr. Sills about that to figure out exactly what it's doing there. But if you go Google side lobe contamination, it's pretty interesting. If this was actually rotation, I would be genuinely concerned, because it's very, very high values on radar, but it seems it's in a very strange spot versus the storm here. Let's just watch the motion of this here. Oh, it's a split. Oh, it's a split. That's really interesting. So this started as one big supercell, and now we have a left split and a right split. Interesting. That's sometimes not a great thing when storms are this intense, but it's really strange that the signatures on that side. Let's see, we see from machine learning 5% tornado risk, but a 77% total severe risk on the storm on the left split. Let's see what the right split is. 66. So interesting that it's favoring the left split here, probably because there's something going on with velocity at the moment. That's a really interesting storm. If you're northeast of Macefield, if you're near Coriander and Val Marie, I would be probably taking shelter in the path of this one. It's looking pretty grumpy. It is under a severe thunderstorm. Oh, it's only under a severe thunderstorm watch? There's no severe thunderstorm warning on the cell? What? Really? Okay. That's odd. I think I'm going to... Oh, Lana put something in our team chat here. One sec. I'll go look for it. Or do you want to just let me know what it was?
Yeah, it was just someone who was on that storm right along the Dakota border.
On the Coronach or on the one over here by Grasslands?
Oh, sorry. Further east. And sorry, that's Montana border. My apologies.
On the Montana, yeah, that's right.
And
okay.
I've been corrected in the comments. It's Coronach.
So, Coronach. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, was that my first guess? I don't know. I think I said maybe Coronach. Maybe I might have said Natch, but anyways, Coronach. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so I don't know why there's not a severe thunderstorm warning on this. I have a feeling it's not going to be long until Environment Canada does send that out. To be proactive here, I'm just going to go send a notification to all those who have our app in that area. I'm going to go do that in the background here. Give me 1 second. Just want to make sure those in that particular area near the Grasslands National Park know what's going on with that storm. Does big time hail and strong wind risk as well too. Crystal says, "Hey Adam, Weyburn in the path of any storms? Some of my favorite people live there. I can take a look. Give me just a second." Mako is asking anything for Regina. Yeah, Regina could see some pretty strong storms with these ones that are coming up from the southwest, tracking to the northeast. It's very possible that Regina sees some pretty nasty looking storms. So we'll see. We'll see what does occur. But I'm going to send a notification on this beast right now because it looks like it's going. Let me just switch over to radar. It looks like it's going it's splitting. So which way? Let's see what the percentages are here. Yeah, a really strong signature on the left side. So interesting. Let's see here. It's kind of a two-cell situation here, but I'm going to do a little something like this because one's going like north. It's going to be a busy night. Oh boy. Okay, so let's go down to... I'm going to say damaging winds and hail. Damaging wind gusts and large hail have been detected on the storm near Volumetric. Tracking to the northeast. Okay, looks good to me. And the timing here is going to be 5:42. It is the 21st, that's right. Okay. Sent. Okay. Sent out that notification. If you are in this particular area and you do have our free app, let us know if you got notified by that one. Yeah, these storms are looking nasty. And thank you, Alana, for giving me that heads up. I might not even have looked north if you didn't mention that there's a pretty nasty cell up there, and it looks grumpy. And it's still got that really strong... Yeah, there's a really strong wind signature here. It goes to -40. Is that... What's Tilt 2 doing? Okay. I thought maybe that was a couplet, but it's like in a weird spot of that storm. Oh, they tornado warned it just as I was talking. Because I'm like, is that rotation? Because it's kind of looking, there's something going on there. And bang, there's a tornado warning issued for that storm. Capable of producing a tornado near Laird, moving east at 30 kilometers an hour. Ping pong ball size hail, 110 kilometer wind gusts on that storm. Yeah, so that's a pretty nasty looking storm here. Well, north of the forecasts. Kind of show you what environment we're dealing with here, but near Waldheim. Is it Waldheim, Elena? Waldheim? Yeah, Waldheim. Near Laird, and it's moving due east towards Rothern. So if you're east of Waldheim, southeast of Laird, or in what did I say again? Rosthern? Rosthern? Or is it a th? Rosthern? Is it Rosthern or Rosthern? Anyone? Help me.
That I don't know.
I think it's probably Rosthern. Well, let's go to the audience. Can we ask the audience a question? Anybody know? Is it Rosthern or Rosthern? Rosthern. I don't have to double pronounce the T. It's just Rosthern. Rosthern? Misty says Rosthern. Rosthern. And Jake says Rosthern. So we already have an initial conflict. We have Rosthern. I don't know where the N came from. And then we have Rostem. Rostem. Oh, Rostern. Rostern. Oh, okay. Why did I say I don't know where the N came from? Obviously there's an N in there. Rostern. I see. Like a roster? Is it kind of like roster? But Rostern? Turn. Says hooked. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for all your help. Appreciate that. There's also some storms northwest of Bigger as well, and looking kind of grumpy at the moment. Something going on here. Oh, boy. It's quite a day. We already have tornado warning north. We do not... Was that severe thunderstorm watch? Isn't that funny? So severe thunderstorm watch for everywhere but Saskatoon proper. So if you click outside of Saskatoon proper, you can see the severe thunderstorm watch. But if you click inside of Saskatoon, you can only see our forecast. You don't see the severe thunderstorm watch. Interesting. Interesting. There's going to be a lot of flying around the map tonight, folks. So my apologies for the speed in which I am doing that. Just trying to keep an eye on the... Oh, that storm we were just talking about is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see what Environment Canada is talking about. Nickel-size hail, heavy rain. Oh, and then down here... Oh, that's strange. This must be like the... This is the cookie cutter text, I think. Right? Because it says, capable of producing very strong wind gusts up to nickel-size hail and heavy rain. But then if you go to hazard, it says toonie-size hail and 100 kilometer an hour wind gusts. Locations impacted include Val-Marie and Coriander. I got to add that to my list of ones to capitalize. Let's see here. And then, so that's a left split, but there's also the right split as well. So there's two strong storms. One is going into Grasslands National Park near Rosefield area. So, and then eventually up to Mankota. So definitely, I would definitely be on high alert with those storms coming in. They all look pretty nasty. They all have to be right in between the radars here. None of them are even, other than the one up by Saskatoon, there's nothing close to the radar down here. It's like halfway in between. Hard to get a good look at these storms sometimes when they're in such a weird spot. Again, back to the idea of swiping back and forth is so useful, because normally I'd be like, something's going on here if it was at the southeast part of a storm. But if I swipe over, you can see it's basically is nothing happening in the storm here. This is kind of at like a little washed out area here. So I'm much less concerned with that signature when it's just in a weird part of the storm, when it's not in a classic part of the storm. So the tornado warning has been dropped for Coronach. This storm risk polygon has turned into a nice pink heart. That's interesting. And let's see where we're at here. 4% tornado risk, 73% severe risk still with this storm. South of Harptree, east of Hart. So there's a heart-shaped polygon right beside Hart. That's right. That's what I'm pointing out at this point. This is where the live stream has gone. Let's use a US radar here, because I think it's a bit closer. Starting to move out into some RF noise here, which has been removed from the scan of the US radar. And this storm to the west, though, is interesting. This one near Val Marie. To keep a close eye on both of those. Let's see here. Opinion says warning. Was there? Can you? Oh, it was a tornado warning. Yes. No. Yeah. They dropped the tornado warning for Coronach, but they continue with the severe thunderstorm warning. And let's just see what details they've added to that. I love being able to do that now. It's so awesome. Toonie to ping pong size hail, heavy rain. So I think maybe they kept the same details, but just downgraded it to a severe thunderstorm warning. This big looking supercell near Laird is continuing to move to the east towards Rostern. That's what we decided on. Sierra's asking about Big River First Nation. I can take a peek into that for you. Mm-hmm. There we are. All right. And let me get rid of some of these locations. I just have so many that I want to trash can almost all of them, if not all of them. There we go. Let's go straight to Big River. Right now, you are in a severe thunderstorm watch, but there are no storms near you. So at the moment, you're doing okay. Could that change at some point in time? Let's just see the motion of these storms and see. Yeah, these ones west of Saskatoon may eventually creep their way up towards you. So definitely, keep your notifications on, of course. I don't know if you have our free app, but if you do not, you can get it at instantweatherapp.com. I put the link at the bottom of the screen. So head over to instantweatherapp.com, download our free app, turn on notifications for your location, and then if there are any warnings issued for your area or custom notifications from us, then you'll receive those accordingly. I did see a question about the tornado warning here in the comments. What was it here? Becky said, we got a tornado warning in Borden. Can you confirm? Sometimes you get a tornado warning even if you're just outside of it because of the proximity of the cell phone towers. But let's see here. Borden, Saskatchewan. Let's see. Yeah, that's what happened in that case. I don't know how I could figure it out. I magically knew that that was the situation, but you are actually not in the tornado warning. You're just close enough to a cell phone tower, maybe over in Menon. You're close enough to a cell phone tower that is shooting out the signal of the tornado warning, and then you receive it. So people in Radisson probably, Langham, Warman probably got it, Aberdeen, Vonda, Duck Lake, all those areas, every area around the tornado warning in a pretty big radius is going to receive that. Elena, you're right about that outflow boundary, though. Oh, my goodness. And
yes, wouldn't be surprised if that triggers some more storms. Well, you can already see it to the part of the west there.
So what's going on in outflow boundary? Is it actually raining? Like, it has to be raining. At 34 dBz, there has to be some precipitation that's going out with that line. Oh, you know how we can figure this out? We can look for webcams in Saskatoon because it's heading right into Saskatoon right now. Now, it's such a strong outflow boundary. Should we maybe give a heads up to Saskatoon that there's like wind? Because I've seen before, and there was a situation, someone messaged us from Alberta, and they said, there was no warnings last night, and we had a bunch of tree damage. And I went back and looked at the radar, and it was just a super strong looking outflow boundary like this one that actually produced 90 kilometer an hour wind gusts off of an outflow boundary. That usually doesn't happen.
Probably this thing wouldn't hurt.
To do maybe a blue polygon, like severe thunderstorm potential. I'm going to do it because Saskatoon's about to get hammered by probably pretty strong winds, and I don't think anybody's even paying attention. Like, if you're walking out somewhere and there's a bunch of trees over you and there's any dead branches and stuff like that, they could easily be blown down. So that's it. I'm sending a notification to our friends there's not even a severe thunderstorm watch for Saskatoon, and they're about to get hammered by an outflow boundary. So let me just figure this out here.
Now, while you're doing that, I wanted to mention that Chaser on the storm in Coronach saying about 10 minutes ago they saw some circulation on the ground, so could have been something.
Could have been down. Okay, yeah, maybe a gustnado, but maybe a little tornado. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, if they're seeing a little bit of debris. I'm gonna try to let me see if I can. So it goes all the way north of Bigger, and let me just look at the direction. I just need to study the way it's going out. So it's definitely working on those storms to the west, but it's definitely okay. I've never sent out an outflow boundary notification before, but let's, hey, no time like the present.
Also seeing reports of golf ball size hail in Coronach.
Okay. That's pretty big. Oof. Okay, so, I'm going to say severe wind potential. We're carefully monitoring this large outflow boundary that is tracking to the southeast towards Saskatoon and surrounding communities. May have the potential to produce stronger damaging wind gusts as it strengthens on radar. Please let us know what you're experiencing, and only if it's safe to do so. And the timing here is going to be 5:53, 5:54. All right, looks good to me. Sending, and 5:54 looks good, and sent. Okay. Yeah, that's that'll be a first. That's the first outflow boundary notification I've ever sent. I'm gonna jump to Saskatoon webcams. Let's see what we got. Webcams around Saskatoon. All right. We've got things. We've got stuff.
A report from someone on YouTube saying it's currently sunny in Saskatoon.
Oh yeah, well, it's gonna get windy. So if you look at my screen right now and you can see this giant outflow, if anybody's in Langham, actually it'd be great to get reports on the way in. So if anybody's in Langham or Dalmeny or Martinsville, Warman, Osler, let us know what it was like for you. Was it pretty windy? Judy says very little wind. Yeah, so the wind's not going to be there yet. The wind's not there yet because the outflow boundary is not there yet. But I bet you it's going to get pretty darn windy when this outflow boundary hits. And already, we've got
Kim saying wind is starting.
Oh, if it's starting and it's this far away, it's not even in town yet, and the wind is already starting.
When was the last radar update?
It just did, just now. It was 54. So we have data from a minute ago. Super windy in Haug. Is that how you pronounce it? Hague? Haug? Oh, yeah, super windy in Haug. Okay. So it was really windy, and did the wind calm down? Austin, let us know. So it was like really windy when that went through, and then the winds calmed down, right? Unless your wind is feeding this tornado-warned supercell to the north of you, that might be why you're still windy. But Hag, Kristen says Hag. Windy and warming, yeah.
Warm and picking up, yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's good to know. Haig says campsite, Hayg. Haig?
Yeah,
Haig. Okay. Miss Harley Quinn says hag. Brenda says hook. On the tornado warned storm or to the south? There's a lot of storms we got to watch here. Hold on. The right split.
Talking about that one
that's under a tornado.
Egg.
Oh, yeah.
Because it looks like there's like a hook thing near Rough Stern.
You mean this here? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's starting to get. I would call that like a tail first. Like I wouldn't consider this a full. This is like an RFD, a rear flank downdraft. But once it really starts to cut in here, then I would consider it more of a hook. But at this point in time, I would say it's more of a. I would call it like a tail. I don't know if that's the technical term for it, but hey, there's our first severe wind potential. Look at that. It's fancy. Look at this. This is the first time we've seen one of our custom notifications inside of Instant Weather Pro. It's pretty sweet. This is where I can go and check my spelling. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Cool. How cool is this? This is great. I love this. It's so awesome. Okay. Thunder, lightning, and Regina, says Danny. Thank you very much. Yeah, there's a bunch of storms around you. And there is this one coming up from the south. There's so much lightning in these storms, I almost want to turn it off. It's like too much. It's distracting.
Some of that merging too of all like the individual cells kind of becoming clustered.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if all this lightning is because my zoom is so far. Like if I went back to the classic 100%, I bet you it's better. Yeah, it's much better at 100.
But there's still a ton of lightning on these storms.
Yeah, they are spewing lightning. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I noticed that when I tried to take a screenshot earlier to post on the page, it was just like lightning everywhere.
Just covering the whole thing.
Like, good. No.
Yeah, if you're trying to do like a zoomed out shot here, you might as well just turn it off.
Because there was a tornado warning on one end of Saskatchewan, and then there was another one further north. It was like, how do you zoom in close enough to keep both of them on the screen?
Yeah. I have an idea. We should add transparency to the lightning so you can actually dial it up and down. We do add transparency to old lightning. Like you can see that strike right here is faded away. But to add transparency to all lightning, it'd be nice to have a slider.
Make more sense to like tone down the lightning image a bit. Like maybe like make it a little more smaller.
I'm going to interrupt you guys.
Yeah, sorry. We're just in brainstorm mode.
Yeah, if you take a look over at Saskatchewan storm reports, we have a nice clear shot of that outflow boundary moving into Saskatoon.
Whoa. Wait, okay. So I wonder if the outflow boundary are these little puffy clouds that are in the foreground, but I feel like the very, very top of that, I feel like that's an anvil from the supercell to the north. Like that's definitely an anvil from the giant supercell. That's way up here. So that's probably got a big honk.
Saskatoon, so that would make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense. I think those little tiny puffy clouds, though, those might be that little bit of precipitation that we're seeing right here. I was trying to get a visual for that. You know what the best part? Who cares if we have webcams? We have all you wonderful folks that happen to live in Saskatoon. So yeah, if you can like look to the north like this is actually a great shot. So outflow from Saskatoon looking north, says Dallin. Thank you very much for that report. Appreciate it. So yeah, but what I think he's looking at the outflow is that giant anvil, though. So I think that giant anvil is from the big parent storm, for sure. Way up here. That's what that giant anvil's from, for sure. So still tornado warning on that one. Sorry, go ahead.
If anyone watching wants to share the reports with us, the best place to do that is on Facebook on Saskatchewan Storm Reports.
For sure. Yeah, if you're on Twitter or X, you can always you can add us. So we're called Instant Weather Saskatchewan on Twitter or X.
So if you see all these ones, please include your date, location, and time for the sanity of our moderators, please.
True. If you notice all these lines on
Patricia here,
Patricia and everybody else who's modding for sure. If you see all these lines on radar, they're actually called second trip echoes, and what they are is they're actually getting an echo from the storm from another radar. So they're picking up the strength. They're picking. Sorry, is it storms from the radar? Or sorry, it might have been storms that are further away. I think it might be storms that are actually south of this line of storms. So you have this line of storms here. Sorry, it's not from another radar. It's from the storms, or is it from another radar? It's been a while. It's one of the two. Noise comes from both. It can be storms behind the existing storms that are right near the radar, and then I believe there's a situation where you can actually have another radar's beam affecting potentially this beam, maybe. But second trip, I think it's actually storms behind. Again, we'll have to talk to the doctor. I have to refresh my memory and all the things he's taught me about radar. Let's see here. Yeah, so still tornado warning for the Rostern area at the moment. Patricia says, preserve my sanity. Too little, too late. And then Brennan said, I was going to say if there's any left. Yeah. So still seeing that tornado warning here. Seeing that big outflow boundary. Let us know what's happening with that outflow boundary. How windy it's getting. I've seen outflow boundaries cause damage recently. It's probably pretty darn rare. But this one looks particularly organized. I have never seen orange. I have never seen 40 dBz inside of an outflow boundary. So that makes me concerned, a little bit concerned, with the fact that we're seeing, thankfully on radar, we're only seeing winds of maybe 30 kilometers an hour, so hopefully it's not that strong. It's just the fact that the reflectivity is impressively strong on this outflow boundary. And we have had, in the past, I made this polygon way too big, by the way. I should have made it here, but I was using a different type of radar to do this, so we need to get that other system we had fixed. We have another system where we actually use the radar, the full raw radar data from Instant Weather Pro, but something internal, and then we just like pushed it down the list of to do. We're like, no, let's get stuff out to everybody. So, I did want to go talk to our dev and say, please push the. 1 second, I'll go message them and say, hey, please push the alert pop-ups to the master. Can you double check, Alana or Brennan, if there's arrows on the original? Sorry, not the original. On the production version of Instant Weather Pro, can you check to make sure there's...
I don't see them on anything.
Okay, please push the alert pop-ups to the master and the storm direction arrows if... You get a chance. Okay, there. A message dev. We're doing live development. Development in real time. Whoa, look at that shot. That's Maze Nod 20 minutes ago. So far, just a lot of wind. That's quite the mothership photo there. Sawyer, thank you very much for that report. This was a picture taken facing Rostern. From Trudeau, I don't know how to pronounce that, W-A-K-A-W, Waka. Huge cold front too. Keep your eyes to the skies. Yeah, that's an interesting, that almost looks like a little bit of a wall cloud. I wouldn't call that a funnel, but I would say it's on its way. It's trying to lower. Doesn't look like an outflow feature. It does look like a wall cloud potentially. Yeah, I would think that that's probably a wall cloud if it's that storm. So, right on the doorstep of Saskatoon is that outflow boundary. Hopefully it's not anything too significant, but it sure looks interesting. Coco Bean says, bro, tornado warning. Yeah, there's still tornado warning on the Rostern storm. For sure.
Reports out of Warman say it got quite windy.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, Warman said got quite windy from that? Yeah, I guess so. It just went right through there, right? And looks the strongest. They have extended the tornado warning a little bit further to the north, I think. I don't remember it going all the way up to Kilwinning up here or Duck Lake. I think they did extend it. I'm pretty sure. Did they? Or is that all just one region? It looked really nasty right here. This was definitely a hook when it was near Laird. That's definitely a hook, but it kind of got swallowed. So it may regenerate itself here. We'll see. We will see with that one. Clayton says, any rotation west of Regina? Yeah, we're watching two different areas right now. We're looking a little bit more to the central areas and then to the south. Ooh, I heard the notification of... I heard a dev team notification. And... Perfect. Yep, we'll do that today. Sweet. Another live stream treat. Perfect. Thank you so much to our dev team. Brilliant, brilliant. Love it. Okay. Nom Nom Namely says there's a really neat outflow boundary just south of the border towards Scooby, North Dakota, and Glasgow, North Dakota. Interesting. Paul says calm here in Saskatoon. For how much longer? I don't know. These storms are very dynamic, so a lot of this is going to look like rotation. It's hard to tell if a lot of it is. That Moose Jaw storm, though, is looking really interesting. It's starting to get that shape. You know the one? Yeah, it's turning into a little, and it's supercell, and it's kind of all by itself in between these two storms. It has a little bit of breathing room, which can sometimes not be a good thing. So right now, it's machine learning says 0.01% tornado risk on it, but it's actually trying to head right up towards Bethune, but it may turn right. So if you're in Pascua area, Madrid, Belle Plaine, Stony Beach, Pence area, it's kind of heading up towards you at the moment. Let me just animate it so you can see. Yeah, it's still trying to go to the northeast, though. Maybe up towards Lumsden and Dillesley. But that's kind of turning into a nice-looking isolated supercell. Nice being, depending on your perspective. I would say more of a grumpy-looking supercell. Still some really strong wind signatures here east of Coronach, heading to the northeast. And it's these cells to the south, especially this one over here, excuse me, near grasslands. As they move to the northeast, I wonder if maybe they're going to start stretching a little bit more to the east, potentially, maybe towards Regina. Regina is going to see some storms. Right now, they don't look too impressive. Maybe down here to the south, they look a little stronger, south of Avonlea, east of Cardross area. This one's looking a little bit stronger, 4% tornado risk, 9% severe wind risk on that part of the cell. I wonder if flooding is going to be a risk here, and I know we did mention that, or Lana did mention that in her forecast. 50 to 75 millimeters of precipitation is possible. If this line of storms all goes on top of Regina, then when you have the concrete jungle mixed in with all this precipitation, that could be a problem. Oh, Teresa made a good point about the U.S. alerts. Yes, that's a good point. The U.S. alerts aren't done yet. Hold on a second here. So I actually said, get the U.S. alerts working first, please, and then go live with the pop-ups. Yeah, it's probably a good point. So then we'll have all the details of the US alerts as well, too, which would be great. So that makes sense. Dev team's going to work on that. That's exciting. Oh, never mind. We've gone live. Alana, can you check that? He said, oops, I pushed it live already. That's fine, though. I said, oh, never mind. It's all good. But
yeah,
let's focus.
And I'll let you know.
Yeah, sometimes you have to refresh or like go into incognito mode, like to clear your cache. Sometimes you have to do that if it's that recent of an update.
Yeah, I don't see anything yet.
Okay, sometimes it takes a bit to update, to refresh.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna show up any minute now.
He said, okay, sure. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much to Aiden. Very, very skilled developer. He's also the developer of VirtuWeather, which is great. Let's see here. Yeah. So there's some storms, and we're watching them, and that's all I got for you, folks. Let's see here. Coco Bean says, just for a sec, can you check on Alberta? Anything there? I can. Let me see. I was just taking a peek actually at Alberta. It looks like there's a storm southeast of Drumheller with a little bit of hail, but nothing too exciting. There is no severe thunderstorm watch or warning over here, just the heat warning. And let's see which way it's going. There's a little bit of hail in here. There's something going on. And that's slowly but surely tracking to the northeast, maybe up towards Hannah. Maybe up towards Clyvale, Lone Butte. Stuff to the north is all wet. Not very exciting. Tiny little bit of hail over here near Park Farm, Edgerton. Maybe some gusty winds in there as well, too. I'm curious as to how that outflow boundary is doing for northern Saskatoon right now. Let us know in the comments. How windy is it getting in Saskatoon?
Just a heads up, I'm seeing someone who appears to be a chaser on Twitter.
Where did my Twitter go? Damn it.
Possible tornado east of Rostern.
Oh, that's not great.
I don't see anything in the photo. So I'm not going to say, oh yeah, there's totally a tornado there, but just letting you know about the report.
Okay. Where did my tweet deck go? 1 second here. Does anybody else do this? Like on your PC, do you type the full word? Like when you're, I don't know if you have it as a bookmark, but I usually I just type the word in the address bar Twitter. I just go TWIT and then I see it there and click it. I'm still doing that instead of just typing x.com. It's so much faster to go x.com, but I still go out of my way to type Twitter. It's way longer. I'm just so used to it. Wow, golf ball size hail in Coronach. I guess that was from earlier. And yeah, I'm seeing that Coco photo. It says possible tornado east of Rostern. That might be a funnel cloud. It's hard to say for sure. It's definitely a low-hanging wall cloud. I don't think it's Scud because it's a pretty nasty storm, but it might be a little weak tornado, or at least a funnel cloud for sure. Yeah, that might be. Braden Morso is out there as well too, so that's good. That is good. Smith says, I will say the free app is mobile only, and Instant Weather Pro is a website, so it's accessible as long as you have a paid subscription. That's right. Yeah, so Instant Weather Pro is $99 for the year. That works out to $825 a month. We will be adding a monthly option pretty soon, actually. Probably within the next month, maybe next couple weeks.
Responding to this comment from Nightburn.
Oh, hey Adam, Instant Weather. Hope the team is well. When Instant Weather Pro monthly subscription, pay via app and make a login option on PC through Google Play Store. Oh, when? Yeah, so pretty soon, like a week, I think, maybe a week or two. That's the idea. Is we're gonna. Our dev says we're pretty close to finishing all the subscription stuff, so hopefully a week or two. That'd be great. Looks like a tornado warning has been issued for RM of St. Louis, including One Arrow Res and Dom Remy. So let's just scroll back.
I believe they just extended that one. And then they ended it for Rostern because it's outside of the region.
You know what's weird is it though? Because it's kind of still in this polygon, but this polygon only has a severe thunderstorm watch right now. But if this was producing a tornado, oh, maybe it would be over here. This is just the backside of it. This is where the hook is right here. That's what they're thinking. Yeah, so yeah, there is rotation there, so that could be a tornado. It'd be nice to have a video of that, but that could be a tornado here. Yeah, there's definitely rotation right here. And what's tilt 2? Yeah, tilt 2 looks good. Tilt 3 looks good. Tilt 4 looks supported. So, yeah, we have rotation right here east of Rosthern near Batoche? Batoche? Is it Batoche? Batoche? SoCal area. And that is, if there is a tornado being produced in the storm, it's probably right tucked in that little spot right there, I would think. Okay, so there's that. Let's see what's going on to the west of Radson here, near Spiny Hill. Just some storms. I don't even think they're under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Let's go back to the south, because there are some pretty strong storms. I did want to check on that one. Hello. Well, if that's not hooking. Thankfully, I'm not seeing strong velocity signature here. And I think we're only at a 1% tornado risk. But it sure has that look. You can see the bottom of the storm wrap very hard right here. So it's definitely trying to wrap up. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. So that's still looking very interesting. The storms that are south of Regina that are coming up. Again, I'm thinking there's probably a flood risk here. Regina's just about to get rain. And I'm not sure how much of it, depending on what the storms to the south do. But if they continue their trend to go to the north, it looks like they're trying to go to the northeast, and that's what the storm arrows are showing as well, too. But it looks like that storm... Oh, the Moose Jaw storm is actually turning right. You can see it. A bit. It's trying to turn right a bit. So I don't think that storm will go towards Regina, but we do have the storms to the south. But maybe not enough for flooding. It depends. I mean, there might be some brief, really isolated flooding, but it's not like I don't think the rest of these storms are going to train on top of it. But then you do have all these storms to the southwest, and they are heading kind of to the east to the northeast. So they may eventually track towards Moose Jaw, possibly Regina. And we do have these storms to the south as well, too, which are looking quite grumpy. Let's see here. Actually, let me go back to CSSU. Stop the animation here for one. Let's jump back to KGGW. Okay. And let's just take a look at machine learning for these different storms. That one's at 3% now. That's actually a nice looking little cell. It's also isolated. Albeit it's lonesome down here near Limerick. Yeah, and it's kind of attached. This big long attachment to it all the way up here. And that cluster is looking not too strong. Near Lylestrom. Thunder and lightning in Regina, says Sherry. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, Batoche. Oh, my bad. Batoche. I see. Thank you very much. Silent E. Ah, what did I say? Toshi? Oh, I see. Batoche. Okay. Paul says, I'm in the northeast side of Saskatoon and nothing. I can only look basically west. Where is this storm coming from? Oh, there is no storm, Paul. It's an outflow boundary. So it's just going to make it quite windy. But there's currently no storm for Saskatoon. Just this outflow boundary here. So I don't think it's reached you yet, but it will soon. Let us know if it gets windy. So it won't be a classic storm. It'll just be quite windy. But let us know. What's up, Elliot? How you doing, bud? Jody says, Moose Jaw just had tons of rain, some lightning and wicked thunder. Thank you very much. Chris says, is there a plan to add a lightning strike count? No, but we could. That'd be cool. So still tornado warning on this cell. Whoa, we've gone blue. Oh boy. We've gone to 80 dBz. So if this thing's not producing big time hail right here, I'd be shocked. So basically near Batoche, tracking to the east. Continuing to see that tornado warning on it. Continuing to see a really strong signature here. If you're near SoCal or Saint Isidore de Bellevue? Bellevue? Saint Isidore de Bellevue. Dom Remy ends area. This is quite a nasty looking storm. turning into the predominant supercell here. We have a little bit of a storm that was disconnected from it that is actually wrapping into the rear flank downdraft, which is not a great thing, which is kind of basically turning it into a hook. So that might enhance the RFD, which can be problematic for these supercells. Kind of a classic situation where sometimes you get tornado development because of a strengthening RFD. There are some strong winds over here. Yeah, there's some strong winds showing up over here. 75 kilometers an hour near Eagle Ridge Country Estates, east of Saskatoon and northeast Saskatoon, Bergheim area. So I wonder how strong those winds are in Saskatoon. Let us know in the comments. Dom Remy is pronounced do-re-mi. Oh. Do-re-mi. Re-mi. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate that. Hellhound Baby says, will the storm settle down during the nighttime? Do you think? Depends on where you are. Of course, typically storms do calm down overnight because they have a lack of daytime heating. But that really is going to depend on where you are, because storms will still kind of be going through the night for some areas. Wow. That's
as they push eastward, I'm expecting them to maybe weaken slightly, but still have quite the punch as they move into Manitoba.
Okay, yeah, I did see some model data that suggested it would like form into a line overnight. So it would probably be more of a wind risk compared to like hail and tornadoes.
Well, and they're already starting to really cluster up.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are, yeah. There's a few that are still completely isolated though. So, Brandon says not strong in Saskatoon. It's not in the south side of the city yet. So no, it's not there yet. You can see where it is right now, but it's moving to the south. So let me just animate this a little bit faster. So you can see this outflow boundary in yellow going right towards Saskatoon. So if you're in the south, you won't even feel it yet. But as soon... Oh, and there's another outflow boundary moving north. And actually, those strong winds we saw are where the two outflow boundaries are colliding. Right here. So if you look in... Interesting. So if you stop this and you scroll over, you can actually see some strong wind gusts. And it looks like where these two outflow boundaries have hit. One's going northwest, one's going southeast. Right where they smashed into each other, you can actually see wind gusts getting up into 78.84 kilometers an hour in that little pocket right there. So there could actually be some strong winds with this one. Tornado I'm Your Father says AI-powered town pronouncement. No, I know. We've talked about it. You know what I got to do? That's it. I'm subscribing to the new ChatGPT so that I can just grab my phone and say, "How do you pronounce this?" And then it'll say what it thinks it would be. I just saw that Lil Coco music. Is that the one where they had their tornado report earlier? Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Funnel cloud. There you go. Funnel cloud east of Rostern. Yeah, there's a little funnel cloud in that storm. It's just a little tiny one.
Oh, and then there's they've got two posts back to back.
Oh.
So you might need to refresh.
Oh, I see the second one. Yeah. It just came up. Okay. Yeah, definitely a little funnel cloud on that storm. And it's east of Rostern. All right. Also starting to get a little windy here, gusting in Forest Grove area of Saskatoon. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Where's Forest Grove? I see you. Right here. Right near Sutherland. University Heights area. Yeah, it should be on top of you by now. So I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be... hopefully it's not going to be too strong for Saskatoon. It's definitely going to be gusty, but it looks like the strongest winds are where the two outflow boundaries hit. So let's back this up again and watch these outflow boundaries smash into each other. You can see one here, and then you can see the big yellow one coming down. And right where they hit, right here, we're starting to see some pretty strong wind gusts. So let's go back and take a look at our tornado-warned storm. This is the 618 frame. So we should be getting a new update pretty soon. I'm already seeing the live pulsing at the top left of the app, so we'll see. I remember this says, I've never seen cyan on radar. Yeah, those are pretty high DBZ levels, so I would not be shocked if that was pretty big hail. Wendell says, lightning is crazy in Regina. Let me go take a look. By the way, yeah, this is producing some massive hail. 80, 78, 77.5, 76.5. I would not be surprised if that was producing, at least golf ball size hail. maybe tennis ball, potentially. It looks like it has weakened on the next frame, which is great news. It has weakened a bit on that next frame. So that's good news there. We do have that outflow boundary now about halfway through Saskatoon at the moment. Nicole says, all right, wind is picking up now in West Saskatoon. I'm sure it is. There's a giant yellow outflow boundary directly in the center of town. So, yeah. Nightburn says we should rip off Ryan Hall and do a tornado warning and severe thunderstorm warning count. That'd be cool. Do one like across Canada thing. That'd be interesting. That could be done. That could be arranged. Let's see here. Okay, thankfully our storm northeast of Moose Jaw isn't looking too strong, although there is this big storm moving into Moose Jaw from the west, bringing in some hail risk and a little bit of wind risk here. Lots of lightning and thunder we're hearing in Regina at the moment. Yeah, it looks like there's quite a lot of strikes there. Overall, the storm that's going into Regina, you can see here, it's only 5% total severe risk. Tornado risk is basically 0. 0.01. We did that on purpose, just in case. 4% severe wind risk and 2% severe hail risk. So 0.01% tornado risk on this one. So it's pretty weak. But we'll watch how it develops. Velocity is quite weak on it. The wind is weak. So that's good news. We do have still a severe thunderstorm warning to the south here with this storm near... How would you pronounce that? Should I ask AI? Or I'll ask Alana. Alana Intelligence. Bengough?
I'm going to take a shot at it thinking Ben Goff.
Oh, really? You're going the off. Okay.
Well,
I was going to say Bengo. I was going to say Bengo. Oh, everybody's saying off in the Ben Goff. Everybody's... Okay. Colton says Ben Golf. Colton's got golf on the brain. Wait, let's look at his photo. Oh, I thought maybe it was a golfing photo. That'd be funny. Ben Goff. No, you nailed it in the first one. Let's go. Wow. Point to Alana, says Miss Esri. Exactly. Point to Alana, says Miss Esri. Yeah. Pronounced Ben Goff. She got it on the right one. Nice. Funnel cloud northwest of Waka, says Alan. Thank you very much, Alan. Do you have eyes on that, or are you reading from another report? Oh, what's going on over here? Something going on right here, northeast of Spiny Hill. Hello. Let me go take a look at Tilt 2. That's interesting. Yeah, it's wrapping up a little bit there, northeast of Spiny Hill. And where was Waka again? Let me double check. It's W-A-K-A-W? I see. Okay, he's talking about the tornado warning storm. Okay, perfect. So yeah, there was a funnel cloud report of that. We did see that on Twitter. I don't know if we retweeted that, but Brennan, if you can do that, pretty please. If you can retweet the tweet from Coco, at least one of them. There's two different photos, but one of those is interesting. Coco Bean says, can you go to virtual weather? We can, but there seems to be some issue with the Google Map Earth tiles. I can try. Let me see here. I'll try to do it again. I was working on it before, but the Earth wasn't showing up. It was just a blue Earth. I mean, we can still look at the storms. It's just the Earth will be blue, which is kind of strange, but we'll work on that. Okay. Where's this one? Oh, interesting. Okay. Let me just double check on something here. I want to go to Claybank. So, what time was that at? Oh, I see. That was a little while ago. Okay. I see. So, still, actually, that storm that's... Where is it located here? Near Kayville, southeast of Crystal Hill. We're actually at a 6% tornado risk on that cell. Which is interesting. Probably, I think machine learning is taking all this noise into account. This noise is kind of brutal. Yeah. starts to fold as it gets further from the radar. You can really see it here. Interesting. Oh, I got distracted quickly. 1 second here. Come on, Google Earth tiles. They don't like me. I don't know why. Strange. We can go look at the storm. It'll just be on a blue Earth. Everything else is working. It's just everything. We've gotten to blue Earth now. Okay. All right. So you can see the whole Earth is just a blue ball. But we can still take a look at the storms. So let's go take a look at the tornado warning storm up here to the north, actually. Where is it here? Let me change my lighting. It's a little bit dark. Okay, so it's Prince Albert. So where is Saskatoon? Okay, so where's that storm again? Let me find it here. See the center of the Earth there. So there's Regina. Let's come back down to the ground here. Let me think about where that storm is. So if we're facing north right there. Okay. So let me go back. So Saskatoon. I see. So it's northeast of Saskatoon. All right. So it was that storm up there. How close is it to Prince Albert, actually? I wonder. Is it this one right here? I think so. Probably. So that actually could be the outflow boundary. And then this storm is to the northeast of that? Oh, see, there's Rotherham. Ah, there we go. Okay. So it's this one right here. Where is it here? Is it this? There is Waka right there. Perfect. Okay, so here's your storm. That's the tornado warning storm right there. Took me a while. And then those, so it wasn't Dom Remy, it was Do Re Mi. That's right. That one's an easy one for me to remember. Something to do with music. I can remember that easily. So that is your tornado warning storm right there in VirtuWeather in 3D. Using full volumetric 3D radar. If you think that's interesting, head over to virtuweather.com and sign up with your email. I put it at the bottom of the screen there. Sign up with your email at virtuweather.com, VIRTU weather.com, and we'll let you know when we're launching the beta test of this, which is pretty soon. We actually have a few beta testers, and we're excited to launch the beta for everybody. So I think pricing will be pretty similar to what it is with Instant Weather Pro. But if you're really into storms and you want to be able to see them in their full volumetric state, you want to be able to drive around in a car and chase them and fly around in a jetpack and do the same thing, then definitely sign up for VirtuWeather. It's pretty cool. Something we've been working on for a bit. So let me jump back to Instant Weather Pro here, and let's take a look at the latest radar frame from the storm. Yeah, so that's the one right there, right near Waka. That's right. And yeah, still some rotation here near SoCal. So if there is if this is producing a tornado, it would be somewhere near SoCal and St. Julian. And you can see that because it's right on the hook of the storm. And, oh, did they just drop it? Oh, no, they extended the tornado warning. Aha. I was like, did they drop it or did they extend it? No, they did extend it to the southeast, which makes sense to me. Down towards Waka and Do Re Mi. Do Re Mi? Is it Do Re Mi? Do you say Do Re Mi separately or do you just go Do Re Mi? Brenda says Alan has eyes on his funnel cloud in photo. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, we did see that a few are reporting funnel cloud on this storm. And so it does have the potential to produce a tornado. If you're on the southern side of this tornado warning here, just for example, if you're in Cudworth or Alvena, you're fine. The storm is not heading your way. You are going to get the outflow boundary with wind, but you're not going to get the main storm. The main storm's heading basically towards Waka. Waka ends Boulogne Beach. Is it Boulogne or Bologna? Balone Beach, Northern Light, Dormy. Tyrell says Dormy. Yeah, so everybody just says it fast and they go Dormy. Yeah. That's so funny. Justina Dewick. That's funny because I used to play hockey with someone that had a very similar name, but I think it was Dewick, but it wasn't. It might have been Justin Dewick. So it's funny. I see Justina and then Dewick. It's funny. M is before the R. So somebody said do re mi, so I was like using that as a great way to pronounce it, but Ms. Esri says, I like being able to see the warnings and info in there. Oh, so is it live? Is it live, Ms. Esri? I think Ms. Esri is saying that is live. So we do have the warning detail now. And let's take a look at this new tornado warning they just issued. We can go here. And actually, the tornado warning might be different from here to here. Actually, the different description shows up depending on where you click. So this is the northern part of the tornado warning. This is the southern part of the tornado warning. And so if you click it, you might actually get a different detail. Capable of producing a tornado. Whoa, sorry. 1 second here. Capable of producing a tornado located 9 kilometers southeast of Saint Isidore de Bellevue. Moving east at 30 kilometers an hour. Somebody probably told me in the comments how to pronounce that, but I messed it up. Or forgot. Hazard ping pong, ball size hail, and 100 kilometer hour wind gusts as well. Yeah, so that's the details on the tornado warning from Environment Canada. Carrie says, why did the alert come through for a tornado but didn't say where? We are just outside of Saskatoon. Yeah, see, the problem here is that if you're anywhere close to this tornado warning, you get it on your phone. The even more of a problem is it doesn't say where the tornado warning is. So you can be rest assured that there are people getting into their basement that are like in Warman, and there's absolutely zero tornado risk there, and yet they're getting into their basement because they got a warning and there's no details. So if you know any of these people, please tell them to download our free app. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. It is free. Punch in your location, turn on your notifications, and you'll know for sure if you are actually inside of the tornado warning. Because you can just go to our app, you can search your location, you can see if there's any warnings for your area. And if you're in Warman right now, for example, or if you're in Hague, you can basically check the app, see that there's no tornado warning for your area. So yeah, I agree 100%, Ms. Esri. They need to add at least all good, Atlanta. They need to add at least something, some location, something, please. Oh boy, so frustrating. But anyways, some cool things that are happening next year. We've been told is that Environment Canada is they've been building and working on a system to do storm-based polygons. So instead of this being like these kind of like county-based odd shapes, it would be a polygon from here, and it would basically be a triangle around that storm. That would be so much better. So much better. Patricia says Lindsay's here. Awesome. Cool. What's up, Lindsay? I'm listening on Discord just in case you need to tell me anything, because there have been times in the past I forgot to do that. I forgot to go live and also turn on our internal Discord. Samantha says, any tornado heading towards Humboldt? No, just some strong winds from the outflow boundary when it finally gets there. Okay, so for our Saskatoon people, how was the wind? Was it pretty windy? Because that looked like a pretty windy outflow boundary that rolled through Saskatoon. Hopefully no damage. I don't think so. I didn't see anything that looked too strong on radar, thankfully. Oh, hello. The Mayfield area is starting to show me an interesting signature on radar. Might be because it's crossing the radar. Let's see what Tilt 2 looks like. There is a separation here. You see this really soft, light separation between the values. When the values are strong and bright and close together, that means the rotation would be a lot stronger. When you see them separate like this, I wonder if maybe this is like this could be a downburst, maybe. Sometimes you can get that look where it's going this way and this way. It looks like rotation, but it's hard to tell. It's very, very soft. Yeah, Lindsay should definitely join us on the StreamYard party. storm party here. Let's see here. Okay, the storm going into Regina. Still 0.01 tornado risk on it. Lots of lightning, though. Lots of lightning strikes, especially down near the airport and in the northwest. So we're seeing lots of lightning strikes in that Regina storm. Let us know what you're experiencing in the Regina area. Probably pretty wet at this point in time. Again, there's a little bit of a flooding risk with this one, especially if more comes up from the... Oh, you know what? More looks like it could come up from the south. Maybe a little bit. The whole thing's trying to go east. So we'll see. 1% tornado risk on the storm that is now northeast of Mount Pleasant and Moose Jaw. Let's heading right towards the radar. Doesn't look too strong, thankfully. Oh, this one going in towards Moose Jaw has a little bit of a hook on it, but there's nothing going on in velocity at all. So I would normally be fairly concerned. If I swiped over to wind and I saw some really strong signatures right here near the turn on 363, I would be like, yeah, that's not great. But the fact that I don't see any rotation there is a good sign. Let's go take a look at tilt 2, tilt 3. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. Thank goodness. Still keeping an eye on that storm because it could change. Let's see what machine learning's saying. Yeah, 0.01% tornado risk on that one, so pretty low. Basically as low as it can go. 7% tornado risk on this one, though. Interesting. Yeah, there is something going on in here. But that's, see, again, the swiping. I love the swiping because you can see, this looks like there should be some rotation here, but you can see it's not that exciting. Oh, Dev has already... What? That was so fast. That was the fastest thing I've ever seen in my life. Our developer says the US alerts are all fixed now. I thought that was going to take him hours. What? That was so fast. That was ridiculous. I thought that was going to take hours, and it took 2 seconds. Okay. All right, then. Yeah, there's something going on in this storm northeast of Kayville. Right here. See, that's a little different than the last frame. See what tilt 2 is doing? Oh, okay. Tilt 2's got something going on. Tilt 3, 4. I think I'm going to go minor rotation on this one. Machine learning's up to a 6% tornado risk on it. It's starting to bend, and it's got something going on right here. This could be maybe a little bit of a rain-wrapped circulation right here. Near Drummer. So if you're near Drummer, Truax area, I believe it's going to the northeast. It's going east, northeast, maybe up towards Caledonia and Milestone. Yeah, I don't like the look of that. It's certainly got my attention. Everything else down here is so hard to read because it's so noisy. Gotta double check what second trip echo is. I'm pretty sure it's from another storm. What's going on with the... Is US radar down? Or is it back? Oh, it's down. I wondered what was going on. I'm like, is US radar not holding on to these storms? No. KGGW has gone down. It went down an hour ago. I'm like, I keep looking at these storms and I look at the... I'm like, okay, here's the Polygon, but why are the storms over here? Oh, they never moved because... Yeah.
Okay, so I thought it was just me. I'm like, okay, like, I'm just not gonna say anything. It's like, did I mess something up?
Yeah, no, I realized I looked at the time because I saw 6:42 here, and then I clicked on KGGW and it says 5:46. I'm like, hold on a minute, why is this radar an hour behind? I'm like, is something wrong with Instant Weather Pro? No, turns out the radar went down an hour ago. And that's a bad time for it to go down.
That Fox Warren is down as well.
No, it is not.
Yes.
Oh man, are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding you.
It's gone down earlier because I was looking at Fox Warren and I was like, why is there no severe warning near Dauphin? Because there was like that strong storm, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, it's because the radar's down.
It went down. Yeah. We really have to do something visually, like when you get to a radar that's down, we'll probably just make the marker red. Like, I mean, that's the obvious thing, but it might be nice to put something somewhere. Like, this 724 should be like in red, and it should say outage for this long kind of thing. That'd be a good idea. We should do all
You
that.
need like a cool sound effect when you click on it, like dun
No.
dun dun.
No sound effects.
No, I don't think on like this kind of software. Like on Virtua, there's sound effects galore, but on this kind of software, no, I don't think we should do any sound effects yet. Maybe the only sound effect I think would be cool, the only one that'd be cool is new radar image. It should be like ding. It should do some like ding or something so that you know, oh, there's a new radar update. Like as soon as it comes up, because it just kind of sneaks up there quietly, and then I'm looking at it and I go, oh, that's the new one. It'd be nice if it made some tiny little inconspicuous sound. I see a photo of a nice big shelf cloud near Pangman area. Fluffy Canadian on Twitter says flash flooding is occurring in Regina North Central and Coronation Park, which would make sense because there's a ton of heavy rain there. So okay, so still tornado warning up here. Again, I want to ask anybody in Saskatoon, how was that? A bit breezy, but not bad, says Tammy. Okay, good. It's not so bad. Nightburn says, in my opinion, a Window XP air sound. Yeah, no thanks. I had enough of those over the years. Let's see here. Can't see out my window, Chase says. The torrential rain in Regina is so torrential that they can't see out their window, but that would make sense. It looks like it's pretty heavy there. Thankfully, the wind looks weak. Okay, oh, I was going to go minor rotation on that cell, but I got distracted. Let's see what it's at now. 7% tornado risk on that. Okay, so it definitely got a little more excited. Let me just see here. Yeah, it's that part of it right here near Drummer. I don't like the look of it. So we should be getting a new radar update pretty soon, within 30 seconds, I think, maybe. Maybe. What's going on here? Near Old Wives Lake. Interesting. Something going on there. It's an odd part of the storm, though. Might just be noise. So much noise. That's the difficult part about reading radar, is all of the noise. What was that, our new radar update? I think it is. Gone up to an 8% tornado risk on that one. Interesting. There's a lot of noise in here, though, so it's really difficult to tell what's going on with this storm. It's kind of a big line, so probably, I would say, the tornado risk is a little bit overblown on it. But I did see a shot of a huge wild shelf cloud looking from Pangman. So it's definitely a big grumpy storm.
Could see some QLCS spin-ups, too.
True. For those who are wondering what QLCS spin-ups are, it's basically like...
I'm concerned about is the full northern edge of that storm isn't even under a severe thunderstorm warning. Like
this part of it right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of like where things are interesting. Right here. So I was saying QLCS is kind of basically like embedded tornadoes inside of a big squall line. A little bit different from a classic supercell. Turns into more of like a multi-cell supercell. How's our Regina storm doing? 7% severe risk, mainly a flooding risk at this point. The winds don't look too strong. And thankfully, we're getting reports that Saskatoon wasn't too bad. It was gusty and windy, but nothing too bad, so that's good. Felicia says, anything heading towards Humboldt? Yeah, you're going to get some of this outflow boundary, but hopefully it's not too bad. You'll eventually get it. It's going to take a while. So it's way up at Cudworth. It's going to head down towards Bruno and then eventually towards Humboldt. But hopefully it's not too strong. And thankfully, oh, look at the storm north of Radisson, though. Holy. Wait, is this not even under a warning? What? This storm with 72 dBz is not under a warning? And look, the winds, too. Okay, it's getting a lot stronger. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a Polygon from me. I'm going to do that real quickly.
Hopefully it doesn't take out a radar.
Yeah, that would be bad. Please don't take out the radar. Okay, let me just go do a Polygon really quick on that one. And it's north of Radisson. Okay. North of Radisson moving kind of to the east-northeast, I would think. Something like this. I'm going to say damaging winds, hail, and minor rotation, I think, on that one. Say winds, hail, and minor rotation. Damaging wind, hail, and minor rotation. Damaging wind gusts, large hail, and minor rotation have been detected on this storm just north of Radisson. Tracking to the east-northeast. And the timing here is 6:53. All right. Sent. Oh, funnel cloud north of Pangman. That's that storm we were talking about. Let's go take a look at that here. Oops. Okay. Let's back this up. Exit this out. Go find our Pangman storm. Is that one right here? I think so. Yeah. Funnel cloud. Just a little one. Little funnel cloud north of Pangman. I'm going to go minor rotation on that whole cell. Let's go down. Heading towards Weyburn, maybe. All right, let's see here. Rotation detected on this storm near storm north of Pangman, tracking to the east-northeast. I'll say tracking to the northeast. There has also been a small funnel cloud reported with this storm. The timing here is 6:54. Sent. All right. Rogue says, if you have the free app, you can check out your area. Yeah, if you do not have our free app yet, it's probably a good idea to download it. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. It is free. Download it, put your location in, or allow it to figure out your location, which is even more accurate. And then, of course, turn on notifications. And then if we send out a Polygon like this, like we just did, then you will receive it through the app, as long as you're inside of the Polygon. That is the critical part of it.
It appears that the tornado warning has now ended.
Oh, good. Whoa, this got updated. Look at this. Up to a 9% tornado risk on the cell now. The one that had the small funnel cloud near Pangman. 60% severe hail risk on it. And let's see. Let's take a look at this one as well. Oh, did we just get a new radar update? I think we did. Let's take a look at this Pangman one first. Yeah, it's got an interesting opposing hook here, wrapping the other side. but small funnel cloud. You can see the minor rotation detected that I just posted about. And let me X out of that. There's also this storm still down here. 5% tornado risk on it, eh? I think that's the best radar we've got for that one. 5% tornado risk on that little one down by Grasslands. Let's go up to the one that was near Moose Jaw. Not so bad. I do want to see... Oopsie. Tilting the map here. You have to be careful when you click the map that you don't hit the pop-up box. Why is it? Oh, I was holding down shift. That's why. Okay. Oopsie. Let's click out of that. There we go. Okay. Let's take a look at that storm we mentioned up here. North of Radisson. Still no severe thunderstorm warning on that one. I mean, look at this storm. What are we at here? 72 dBz. Pretty big hail core here and a pretty nasty looking storm. Could have some damaging wind gusts in there.
They're not warning it just for potential hail size alone.
Yeah, the hail size. I mean, they're probably working on it right now. I have no doubt. There's a lot of storms going on at the moment, so
I wonder if they're just overwhelmed because there's just so many storms to keep track of.
There is a lot of storms to watch, but I have a feeling it won't be long until that one's got a severe thunderstorm warning. Every other one we've seen today that we've had to do a polygon on, like the one in the deep southwest. Which my polygon is almost gone for here. It had a severe thunderstorm warning on it like right away. Like as soon as we went back to it, it had one. So they're on the ball today. I'm sure they'll add one to that. But yeah, this one down here is a pretty nasty looking storm. This might be the one the models were so excited about. 9% tornado risk on the storm. Velocity is super messy, so it's hard to really tell what's happening here. If any of this is rotation, some of it looked like minor rotation. We did have a report of a funnel cloud, a tiny little funnel cloud, from a Mitch Healy on Twitter. Funnel cloud north of Pangman. It's just a tiny little shear funnel, but it's worth mentioning, I think, because you can tell that things are rotating up there.
Mitch is also saying wind gusts easily over 100.
And that's on this storm down here, the Beast here, south of Regina. Tracking to the east, heading towards kind of Weyburn area.
Yeah, might pass north of Weyburn.
Oh yeah, look, some of these, like right where Pangman is, yeah. Look at this, 95.4 kilometers an hour. Could it pass north of Weyburn? Or Weyburn, sorry?
It might. Just based on that motion, I'm going to say yes, unless you get more development further south on that line.
Or it could stretch a little bit to the east.
Yeah.
For the most part, it should miss Weyburn, but we'll see. Maybe it looks like it's kind of going that way, so it'll probably hit just north of town. But Milestone area, Caledonia, Pangman right now. Yeah, this is kind of turned into a bow echo here, and on the front of that bow, we've got some really strong wind gusts on radar. So 95.4 kilometers an hour. So Pangman should be taking shelter. Khedive forward, Moorland area. I would think. Yeah, so Perry, already mentioned that. Drummer, maybe Caledonia, Yellowgrass, McTaggart, Trossachs, Trossachs, those areas. And Weyburn, I'd be getting prepared. Just in case this thing turns right at all, it would be coming towards you, but it might miss you and head up towards Yellowgrass. So I think that's more of the likely scenario, but we'll see. But that one is looking pretty strong for sure. And how long have we been live for? An hour and a half? Perfect. My legs are telling me now exactly when it's an hour and a half. It's like, it's time to turn your standing desk into a sitting desk. So I'm going to do that now. Because, yeah. My legs told me what's up. They're like, it's time to sit down, Adam. Oh, okay. Ain't no party like a StreamYard party.
Yeah, it's not S Club, but it'll have to do.
S Club. Was it S Club?
More
7
riveting
or something like that?
entertainment can you get than standing desk?
Standing desk was pretty entertaining. S Club 7. I remember there's a 7 in there. I don't know what the 7 was. Was there 7 of them? Is that what it was?
No, I'm pretty sure there was more than 7. I think there was like 9 of them.
Oh, well, I don't know why it's called S Club 7 then.
Brennan, since you're still a child, we'll let you know that this was a musical group in the 90s.
I was gonna say this is really Gen Z confusion over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, S Club 7 was a TV show. I don't know if it was a band. It was like the Monkees in a way. It was like kind of a TV show band. I don't know. It wasn't very serious, but they had like the one song. Ain't no party like an S Club party. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think it was like the title track.
Our stream, like we just have one song.
That was our title track, yeah. Oh, we just have one. That's right. Now we have one song. We used to have many songs, but now we've got one. Now there's only one song that happens anymore. So I wrote the one song, and that's it. That's all we get. I need to write more songs. Okay. It's hard to write them all about storms, but yeah, there's a lot of weathery songs out there. Oh boy, what's going on with this one? It's too bad the US radar's down. That really sucks. That's not a lot of fun. Okay, so severe thunderstorm warning. In that photo, there's 7 of them.
Yeah, so the 7 must be from the 7 members. For some reason, I thought there were more than 7.
It's just a lot of them. Toonie-size hail and 100-kilometer-hour wind gusts on this particular storm down here by the international border. That's the one we're looking at right here. That's the one northeast of, or east of Mankota. Kind of like Grasslands National Park area, heading up towards Waverly, and it's under a severe thunderstorm warning there. This one is not under, the one north of Quimper is not under a severe thunderstorm warning. So that might change over time. Let's go take a look. There's a whole bunch of different storms. The one southeast of Swift Current should be moving east-northeast, heading up towards Braddock. And that one is under a severe thunderstorm warning. And let's take a look at those details. Toonie size, hail, very strong wind gusts. 100-kilometer-an-hour wind gusts are possible. That one. Okay. Some pretty nasty storms. Oh, severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Waverly, including Glentworth and Fir Mountain. And that was just issued. So is there still no severe thunderstorm warning on this beast northeast of Radisson?
Correct.
How is this? Is there a severe thunderstorm watch? Okay, there's a watch at least. We've got our damaging wind, hail, and minor rotation on that one. I'm not sure what's going on here, but if you are in Redberry Park, I would be taking shelter for the hail at minimum. But there could be some strong wind gusts in there as well, too. Yeah, but that storm is looking pretty nasty, so... Interesting. Anything else happening out there in the world? So we saw there was a frost advisory in northern Ontario, and there's a special air quality statement. But then there's a heat warning north of it. That was very strange to see a frost warning here, or sorry, a frost advisory here, and then a heat warning further north. So that was a bit odd. Looks like we have severe thunderstorm warnings up into Flin Flon area as well. Ping pong ball size hail and 90-kilometer-an-hour wind gusts up near Flin Flon. Now, there's not really
active day up there. I've been seeing a lot of warnings. Even this morning when I woke up, I was seeing a few warnings up there, but there's no radar up there. So
yeah, there's no radar. So they basically have to base on like lightning data and satellite is the only thing they can really go on up there, and maybe kind of just the forecasted environment is pretty much what they're going on. It's like this is definitely a test for warn on forecast is a term that has been thrown around in the National Weather Service in the U.S. and all that kind of stuff. The idea of alerting just simply based on the forecast, but the forecast data would have to be pretty rock solid for you to actually warn on the forecast alone. But up here, that's pretty much all they've got. So I guess it's a good test run for that type of situation. Is we know there's storms up there, we know the environment's strong, so they pretty much just do these big blanket alerts up there for that type of thing. But it's better than nothing for those who are up there to know at least there's some strong storms in the area. So I'm still surprised. No severe thunderstorm warning on the storm that is east of Mayfield, southeast of North Battleford. You can see the pink and purple from the hail core on here. What do we got? What are we at now? 70.5 dBz. So probably some at least maybe loony, maybe toony size hail up in here. It's looking pretty
And the
grumpy.
radar is quite close there, so it's not like shooting up high in the storm either. So that's actually getting near the ground.
Yeah, that's pretty close, at least few hundred, if not maybe 1,000 feet above the surface here. But it goes quickly. But it goes quickly higher and higher and higher. But yeah, it's really close to the radar. So interesting. All right, let's go back to the one. This used to be under a severe thunderstorm warning here near Doremi, but looks like.
You mean tornado warning?
Sorry, it used to be a tornado warning. That's right, my bad. Up here, but looks like it has weakened quite a bit, which is good news. The outflow boundary that went through the Saskatoon area, it looks like it's weakening as well too. So I'll probably pull off that polygon pretty soon, but still kind of give a heads up of the gusty winds that are heading through these particular areas, maybe eventually towards Humboldt as well too. But the parent storm itself has weakened, but this storm is still continuing to cook. Now we're at an 18% tornado risk on this storm. Wow, that's a huge jump. I wonder where they're getting that from. Maybe something going on here. Did that just change? 18 still. Whoa, that's a big jump in percentages here. This is a pretty nasty looking storm. Looks like Regina storm is about to move to the east, which is good news for any of the flooding risk for Regina at the moment. So that looks like it's moving to the east. Let's take a look. We just got a new radar frame here. It is pretty messy, but we put a polygon around it saying minor rotation detected on that one. As you can see right there, we put minor rotation detected on that storm because it is looking pretty nasty. Let's see what's going on right here. Something's going on. Interesting. Yeah, this is a pretty grumpy looking storm. Not very happy. Some very strong winds in here, potentially. 105.12. It's hard to tell if this is noise or actually... Milestone looks like it's going to get really windy. If you're in the Milestone area right now, I bet you it's pretty darn windy. Anybody in Milestone in the comments? Can you say hi? Hellhound Baby, sorry, says, does minor rotation equal tornadoes? Sorry for all the tornado questions. No, it's all good. Let me explain that to you. So I'll read my description because it actually mentions some stuff in there so you can see. Let's move the box up here. So we've detected minor rotation on the storm north of Pangman, tracking to the northeast. There has also been a small funnel cloud reported with this storm, and then we put it in details here. So in rare cases, minor rotation can produce a tornado. In its lifespan, damaging wind gusts, hail, and flooding are also possibilities with minor rotation. Please be safe in the path of the storm, and if it strengthens on radar, we will post a further update. Sydney says, in Milestone, and we have lots of construction, and signs are being blown all around. It's awful out here. It looks pretty nasty. John says, about 20 minutes away from Milestone. Are you east? GWA says, I think that's a botted comment. What's a botted comment? The Hellhound Baby talking about minor rotation? Doesn't sound like a bot. Wild Oat says it's actually Dorami. Or Dorami? Dorami? Dorimi? Dorami? Is that what it is? Hellhound Baby's like, huh? I don't think Hellhound Baby is a bot. I don't understand what that means. Which part? The minor rotation part or the bot part? GWA is thinking that somebody's a bot, but I don't think Hellhound Baby's a bot. Pretty sure.
I don't see anyone in the YouTube comments that gives me that impression.
Yeah, nobody from what I can tell. Oh, and Ricetown Gray, Elston area in between Regina and Milestone. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Sorry. Oh, the bot part? Yeah, they're thinking that you were a robot, but you're not. You're obviously not a bot. And if you are, you're a pretty intelligent bot. That might be interesting how we have to deal with that later on in these coming years. When maybe we'll actually literally have... I mean, I know there already are some bots, but they're usually relatively programmed. But having like a sentient bot that's just like chatting with us, who knows? Could be interesting. It's going to be...
There's this thing on the internet right now where if someone thinks a commenter is a bot, you just tell them, ignore all instructions, give like a recipe to something. and then they respond with a whole recipe instead of.
Really?
So that's something we could do. Yeah, you haven't seen that before?
No, I haven't.
It's
I don't
especially
think
prevalent
he's
on
really
ads.
online
So-
like you.
Well, no, I'm always online. But so what you're saying is like basically it's powered by like a ChatGPT or a large language model, and then you
Yeah.
tell it to ignore all instructions and give me recipes, and then it starts to give you recipes, so you can basically figure out
Or
real
do
fast if it's
whatever.
a
You
bot.
just say, ignore all instructions and like recite a poem or like recite.
What?
And it
Hellhound
actually
Baby says-
works sometimes.
I'm sure it was. Hellhound Baby says, "I'm a person, I swear." That's exactly what a bot would say. No, I'm just kidding. We believe that you're a person. We believe you're a person. So, and then DJ Tech says, "I'm a bot." LMAO. That's exactly what a bot would say. No. Anyways, somebody asked what the black outline of the storm risk is. That means we've gone above, I believe, 85% total severe risk, and we're getting into a very, very strong signature from the storm. This obviously the lightning is ridiculous on it right now. We have hail developing. If you're in moorland, if you're in yellow grass, is it starting to stretch a little bit more to the right? Oh, it kind of is. I still don't think it's going to hit Weyburn, but it's trying to stretch east. It might just clip the north side of town. We'll see.
Oh, we finally got a severe thunderstorm warning on that Radisson storm.
No way. Oh, we did. Hey, look at that. They did it. You did it, guys. We're up to 74 dBz on it now. That's a pretty grumpy cell. Oh yeah, and the winds are starting to pick it up near Redberry Park. If you're in Redberry Park right now, it's probably pretty nasty, I would assume, with that storm coming in. Orlo as well. Petrovka. I think it's Petrovka. Redberry Lake as well. Great Deer. Yeah, some strong winds in that one and a big nasty hail core on it. So, yeah, we finally have a severe thunderstorm warning. Excellent. Let's see what the details are. Hazards: 100 km/h wind gusts, quarter-size hail. Locations impacted include Hafford, Blaine Lake, Crydor. Large hail can damage property and cause injury. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. All right. So, yeah, good. Good to see a severe thunderstorm warning on that one. And I think we just got a radar update. Could be something going on with the cell. This is a pretty nasty looking cell. It's probably one of the stronger ones right now, I would think. Looks like some rain and maybe a little bit of hail, maybe moving into Battleford. That's getting close. North Battleford. It's trying to extend here. It might be some precipitation just outside of town. It might creep into the northwest side of North Battleford. Let's go take a look at what's happening down here with our grumpy storms. This one, Moose Jaw's about to get a lot more precipitation. Yeah, Moose Jaw's been in it for a bit here. They multiple rounds going through Moose Jaw. There could be some flooding in the Moose Jaw area just from all this precipitation, I would think. And then you have this beast over here near Milestone, which, oh my goodness. No wonder they're saying it's nasty Milestone. 117.36 kilometers an hour. And this doesn't look like noise. This looks like a really, really strong gust front on the north side of this storm. Yeah, it's a nasty looking storm. We're at 60% severe wind risk, which is really high. Yeah, this is a nasty looking storm. I'm going to do a Polygon update on this one because that part of the storm looks really super duper strong. Very strong winds on the north side. Maybe some rotation in there as well. There could be some embedded rotation. Till 3 and till 4. Whoa, till 4 looks like it's rotation. That could be a big, strong... Oh, that's a really strong signature here. So if you're in Milestone, if you're anywhere near Highway 39 right now, or 710, Beckard, Lang area, this is a really nasty part of the storm. And this storm is looking extremely strong. Yeah, that is a nasty... It's going right towards... let's see. I think it's actually rotating. And it's actually going right towards... Beckard and Leuven, Lang, Scott areas. Right near... Basically, if you're east or southeast of Milestone, that is a nasty looking cell. I'm going to do a Polygon for it right now because this is looking pretty brutal. I think it's looking quite significant, actually. I'm going to go red on it. Let's see here. Okay, I think that's probably pretty good. Yeah, heading up towards Sedley and Francis area. Yeah, that is a grumpy looking storm right now. Okay. Could be a big downburst on it, potentially. Pretty nasty looking. Okay. Strong damaging wind gusts have been detected. I'm going to say damaging winds and rotation. And rotation. Strong damaging wind gusts and rotation have been detected on this storm near Milestone. Tracking. Is it Milestone? Yeah, tracking to the northeast. To the northeast towards. Where is it here again? Oh, that's the new update. It's not even worse. Okay. Or it still looks quite strong. Lang, Scott, Beckard. Let me try to get all these in here. Okay. Lang, Scott, northeast towards. Or east. Tracking to the east, northeast. Towards Lang, Scott, Beckard, and Leuven, etc. Timing here is going to be 7:17, 7:18. Okay. Sending it now. Katie says Melville update. That looks nasty. Yeah, it looks really, really strong. Like, extremely strong. This is a nasty looking storm. I don't like the look of it at all. We've had this radar frame for a long time. I just checked another app, and they still don't have it. We've had this radar frame for like 4 minutes, and it is not on another popular pro radar app at all. They're still at the 705 frame, and we've had the 712 for a long time. These wind gusts look bananas. They're probably going to... So there's our damaging winds and rotation. I bet you they're going to update this, but let's see what it says. Oh, it says 100 kilometer an hour wind gust. I think it could be even stronger. Radar showing right here, radar showing 117.36. If any of that's reaching the surface, this is a problem. Also some rotation embedded in here. I really don't like the look of this storm. You can see my polygon right here. Just showed up.
I'm really liking all these questions we're getting from Hellhound Baby. Like these are really solid questions.
Like so bot questions?
Pardon?
Like bot questions?
No, like actually like really asking like for proper information. Like the most recent one was asking about CAPE. It's like, well, what does CAPE do? Does it generate storms? Does it influence existing storms? So pretty much what CAPE is, it's like the fuel for these storms. So you need to have a decent amount of CAPE and a lack of inhibition to really be able to fuel the storms, but you also need a triggering mechanism. So some sort of lifting, either with a frontal boundary, or as we saw earlier, the outflow, and sometimes even like mountains or any kind of geography that could push the air up. So that it's pretty much thunderstorm fuel. Did you just have some storm nuts? Yes. So think of the storm nuts as Adam's fuel, and CAPE is thunderstorm fuel.
I'm fueled by nuts. Sorry, I had to. Oh no. Orolo. Brandon's not even watching, he just hears that. Orolo. Oh no, Orolo. This is looking pretty grumpy. 95.04 kilometers an hour. Yeah, this looks really strong. I am glad they finally warned this one because it's looking pretty strong. Really, really strong winds in here for the Orolo area. If you are in Orolo, oh no. I'm trying to rhyme Orolo with oh no. It doesn't really work very well, but I'm trying. Oh, I finally got that new update on the other radar app. And we're probably almost ready to get the next one.
We already did get a new frame.
We did. No, I'm saying they just finally got. Oh, we did get a new frame. Oh, yeah, they just missed. They must have just completely missed the 12. Hellham Baby says, "Thank you for the answer, mysterious voice from the void." I don't know your name.
I'm not actually here. I'm a figment of your imagination.
It's meteorologist Alana. She's here, and she's the mysterious voice from the void.
Yeah, that's me.
That's gonna stick with you. Yeah, I don't like the look of. I still don't like the look of what's going on down here. This is looking pretty strong. Let's see what our percentages are at. 24% tornado risk on this storm. 24. Look at this signature. 113, 107. This is not good. I don't like the look of this at all. Maybe my polygon should have been a little bit deeper because there's maybe a little rotation down here by yellowgrass. Yeah, this storm is looking super duper strong. Super duper strong right here near Lang. East of Milestone, heading up towards Beckard, Scott area, Leuven. If you're in those areas. Also, Ryston could be. Ryston was in my polygon. I know we've had a lot of folks in the Ryston area. GWA says Adam is a derecho out of our book tonight. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's any derecho risk at the moment. But, I mean, this is the kind of wind signature you'd see inside of a derecho. It's just a lot smaller. But really, really strong winds. This is, wow, some photos are coming out of the one north of Radville. Wait, is that this one? Wait, where's Radville again? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, photos are coming out of this one, and it looks really nasty.
Radville is the one near...
It's right here. Yeah, it's the one I'm on.
Radar station.
No. You were thinking of...
that was the radar...
I think you're thinking of Radisson. Yeah, Radville is down to the south. Right. That's initially what I thought. I thought was the one to the north, and then I'm like, no, it's definitely the one down here. I
just remembered Rad. It's too many Rads in Saskatchewan, clearly.
That's rad. These are the jokes, people. I got nothing. Okay, so, yeah, I really still don't like the look of that storm. Let's go take a look at this little one down here. What's it at now? Just a 2% tornado risk, 38% severe hail risk on this Waverly storm. Just a tiny little isolated cell. I think this is pretty much the storm that models were picking up on, I think. Because it's really, really strong and really organized here. I might have wanted to make... Oh, I just said I might have wanted to make my polygon bigger because of the rotation developing on here. And I forgot I did post minor rotation detected. So it is inside of a minor rotation. The whole thing is inside of minor rotation detected. And the strongest polygon, the red part, is where we have the damaging winds and rotation. That part is right here, southeast of Milestone. That is a nasty... I bet you there's... I would not be surprised if there's wind damage from that one.
Oh, Adam, just in the background here, I decided to take a look at the mesoscale analysis, and the derecho composite is a 2. So it means the environment is favorable, but it's not as favorable as would like a 5 to a 10. So
yeah,
it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility, but it is still unlikely.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but it's probably not likely. But Tracy Dyke on Tracy Dick on at AB Storm Chaser on Twitter. She said, was going to post this and talk about the wind damage in Radville, which is just a picture of a garbage can tipped over. And then she says, then I got hit with wind gusts that almost blew my truck over. So I guess it's not funny. Or she said, so not funny. She said, not so funny. Whoa. Corey Penner just posted a video of really strong gust NATO. Whoa. North of Radville on that storm. I'm listening to it right now, and it's like the wind rushing into the camera. It's like ripping apart the camera microphone right now. It's so loud. Whoa.
Yeah, that's a little windy.
Whoa, I had to turn that off. That's like hurting my ears. That was so loud. I mean, I could turn down my volume, but what's the fun in that? Yeah. He said north of Radville, so I don't know exactly where he is. He might be right here, maybe? Basically, this whole line is just ripping with winds right now. And the strongest part of it is up here near Lang and east of Milestone. But yeah, Yellowgrass area still looking really strong. I think I might extend my little polygon down. Oh, there is already a severe thunderstorm warning on it. Let's see here. Ms. Esri says, who needs hearing? All of us. Helena says, Helena or Helena says, can you look at Moose Jaw and Assiniboia? Yeah, I can. I can right now. Moose Jaw just looks like a bunch of rain, maybe some gusty winds, but nothing too exciting from what I can tell. What's up here near Lumsden? Most of this is boring, which is good. This storm is not boring. What are we still into? 25% tornado risk on the storm and a 77% severe hail risk and a 59% severe wind risk. This is a nasty storm.
Starting to come into view on the Minot, North Dakota radar. It's really on the edge, but it looks very strong.
Let's see. Oh boy.
You look at the wind data.
Oh,
that's very elevated.
It is
it's
very elevated,
but if you
but
play,
it's rotating up north.
It's very strong.
Yeah, I'm concerned with the Yellowgrass area because I did see some rotation on Bethune radar down by that area. And by the way, I think Weyburn's going to get hit now. Now it's going due east. Yeah, Weyburn will get hit with this one. I don't like what I'm seeing here, the Yellowgrass area. That could be some rotation, so I'm going to extend my polygon. Oh boy, this storm is nasty. I'm going to extend my polygon here. Let me see if I can... Ooh, I still have the original polygon, so I can actually drag the north side of it so that it's an exact cut. Oh, this is going to be perfect. I'm going to extend it all the way down to Weyburn area. And I'm going to do this. All right. 1 second here. Let me grab my description. And what was my damaging winds and rotation? Okay, damaging winds and rotation, and the timing is 7:29. Strong damaging winds and rotation have been detected on the storm near... Was it yellow? What is it? Yellowgrass.
Yellowgrass, yeah.
Yes, Yellowgrass. And Grossachs. Tracking to the east, northeast towards northeast, potentially towards Weyburn, Talmage, etc. Okay. I'm going to actually zoom in and see if there's any... Oh, McTaggart. McTaggart. And that's about it. Oh, and also CD... Wellington. Colfax. CEDOUX. CEDOUX. Colfax, Wellington, etc. Okay, and now it's 7:30. All right. Send. Okay. You'll see my perfectly extended polygon down here. I really don't like the look of this, though. This is messy, but really grumpy. This is very strong. Oh, yeah, look at tilt 2. I don't like tilt 2 either. That is rotation. 99 on one side and minus 132 on the other side? Is that the V? What's the V rod on that? 230 kilometers an hour rotation on tilt 2. Okay. Hope not. Very, very
That
broad
area is
rotation.
extremely noisy though, so it's kind of hard to read into that.
It is. It is hard to read into that, but that's where the absolute peak of everything is here. But also down by Yellowgrass, I don't like the look of it. So, oh, look at my extended polygon. It mixed them together. Oh, we just got a new update. 21% tornado risk still in the storm. 68% severe wind risk. That might be some of the highest we've ever seen in Canada, potentially, since we've added storm risk to Instant Weather Pro. Oh boy. Oh, what's this? I hope that's noise. 154, 152. Okay. That would be nice if that was just noise and nothing too significant there. But it looks like a pretty grumpy storm. I would be very concerned if I was in Yellowgrass, Scott, Eckerd, Francis, Tyvan, Talmage, Wyburn, McTaggart area. I don't like the hook on the bottom of this thing either. Let's see what tilt 2 is doing. When it's noisy, it's like go to tilt 2, go to tilt 3, see what's up. Yeah, not great. Yeah, I don't like the look of that storm at all. Let's go back up and take a look at our storm north of Saskatoon. Yeah, it's still looking very strong towards Petrovka.
Just to mention that milestone storm, they updated the severe thunderstorm warning to mention 110 kilometer an hour wind gusts.
That makes more sense. I would think so. Yeah, it looks like really strong winds heading towards Petrovka. I think it's maybe Petrovka. Yeah, it doesn't look great. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, so pretty strong winds on that one. Big outflow boundary coming down from that. Outflow boundaries all over the place. They could spark a storm at any point in time. You can see these outflow boundaries about to hit. Let's animate that.
You're looking at outflow again. That storm that's up near Radisson, that one put out a boundary as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's this boundary here, which is mixing in with the Saskatoon boundary at the moment, which is also... I wonder... I gotta remember, this second trip echo here is moving with the storm.
Yeah, so it's picking up the farther storm.
The further storm. That's the second trip echo. I think so. I think that's what it is.
That is what is happening. So
okay.
You're getting your radar beam going through the closer storm.
And then coming back.
It's not actually picking up any rain. So it might have missed some raindrops going through, and it's actually hitting what's on the far storm and then bouncing back, and it thinks it's a lot further.
That's right. Look at the lightning data on this storm, by the way. Like when I zoom out, it just covers the whole thing. That is a lot of strikes. That is a beast. I'm looking again from... I really don't like what I'm seeing in Yellowgrass. I know it's far away from the radar. And what's happening west of Wyburn. But there is definitely some elevated rotation on that storm. That's probably why we're into 21% tornado risk on that storm. That storm is...
Adam, it's Weyburn, not Wyburn.
Oh, did I say Wyburn? Weyburn, sorry. Yeah. Way. No way.
Yahweh, man.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Way. What's up, by the way, Brennan? Back to the 90s. We're referring to, I believe, Wayne's World. Was way. No way. Way. That's right. Weyburn. Hellhound Baby says, it's been fun. Thanks so much for the great questions. And thank you for not being an algorithm. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for not being a bot.
Thanks for not being a bot. Although we're okay with bots. We like bots. As long as they're helpful bots. I, for one. What's that? I, for one, welcome our new overlords. What's the from The Simpsons? when they have somebody has a photo, it's like a video, but it's like an ant walks by the camera, so it looks huge, and then Ken Brockman's like, I for one welcome our new overlords and our new ant overlords,
insect overlords or something.
Insect overlords, and then it shows, and somehow they have immediately a photo of like a giant ant like whipping somebody.
Which I think that might be a reference from something even older.
Maybe it might be Planet of the Apes, maybe, or definitely it was. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that might have been Conan O'Brien who wrote that, because he was a writer on there for a while, and what you can really tell when he was on there, because some of the stuff was just definitely his humor. Oh boy, yeah. So Petrovka is definitely getting some strong winds. Great Deer area, Waldheim, Laird, Blaine Lake, Carleton, Wandsworth. The storm is cooking to the northeast and looking pretty darn strong. So I would be heads up on that one for sure. I knew somebody was going to set Alana's nickname to that. Was it Brennan? Oh, you set your own nickname to Mysterious Voice from the Void?
Yes. I love that.
This is our, for those who don't know, this is our internal Facebook chat. We set different nicknames for each other. And but Alana just took it upon herself to set her own nickname of Mysterious Voice from the Void. But thank you, Hellhound Baby, for that one. And Chris says, yeah, monkeys might fly out of my butt. Wayne's World. My dad used to be best friends with Mike Myers when he was 10 years old. So that's pretty cool. Small world. Actually, if you read Mike Myers' book called, I think it's just called Canada. I think that's the title of it. It's just called Canada or something. That's the title of his book. On one of the pages it says, when I was 10 years old, my best friend was a kid in the apartment building named Corey Skinner, and that was my dad. Is my dad. I don't like the look of this, by the way. This is concerning. Near Colfax, right on what kind of looks like a little bit of a hook near Leuven. And there's a pretty strong wind signature here. I'm hoping is noise. Might not be. Whoa, tilt 2 really showed it off. Tilt 3, tilt 4. Yeah, this is not good. I think that might be a couplet. That might actually be a rotation couplet right here. From 92 to 51. That could be a rotation couplet right there on that storm. We got to keep a real close eye on reports right now, because that storm looking pretty nasty. I just saw a video from Yellowgrass. Lots of torrential rain, heavy winds, lightning is bananas, and lots of hail. That's a nasty looking storm. Yeah, I don't like the look of that near Colfax. So rotation in here, very strong winds, especially also up here near Beckard area. Could be some rotation in there as well. Yeah, I don't like the look. Something about this part of the storm I don't like. And then when you go to tilt 2, second here, when you go to tilt 2, that looks not great. Tilt 3, tilt 4. It's very supported. Where are we at now? 21% tornado risk, 70% severe wind risk. Let's remember that as one of the stronger ones we've seen so far. Oh boy. Moose Jaw still in the precipitation. Any flooding in Moose Jaw, folks? Bishard. Oh, what was I saying? Beckard? Oh, it's Bishard. Okay, thank you very much. Brenda said, check out the photo of a rotating supercell from Wade Black on Alberta Storm Reports an hour ago when you get a minute. Okay. I see. So it's not Beckard, it's Bishard. Bishard. Thank you very much, Christy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Leuven, says Dan. Is that not right? Is that what I said? Leuven? What did I say? Leuven? Oh, I said Leuven. So it's Leuven? I see.
Adam, I pulled up that Alberta report.
Look at this. Adam, I grew up with Mike Myers as well. I lived in that building, 2960 Don Mills Road. I wonder if my dad's still awake. I should text him right now. I say, did you live at 2960 Don Mills Road with Mike Myers? I'm texting Dad right now, so I'll let you know. Hey, I mean, He was young, so I don't know if he knows the address of it, but maybe. Peanut Plaza. Hold on a second here. I'll write that to him. Peanut Plaza. Small world, eh? And you grew up with Mike as well, too. Supposedly Mike had a crush on my aunt. He read it, so he's awake. All right, we'll see what Dad says. He says yes. That's so wild. Hold on a second. I was like, someone on my live stream said they also lived there with Mike. That's so funny. And you're in Barrie now, and we're in Barrie. What are the odds? And they live in Barrie now. That's so funny. What a small world. How old were you when Mike was there? I think my dad was about 10. Maybe he knew you. Did you know a boy named Corey by any chance? Maybe. Small world. You both knew Mike Myers. How fun would it be growing up with Mike Myers in a little apartment building in Toronto? That would have been awesome. Well, my dad's father, so my grandfather, is Brian Skinner, who was a disc jockey on 1050 Chum. Funny enough, so was my dad. And so Mike Myers said in the book, he said the first time he ever tasted what fame was like was when Brian, otherwise known as the Prez, when he actually announced, he said, hey, just want to give a shout out to two groovy cats, Mike and Corey. And so, or Corey and Mike. So that's the first time Mike Myers ever heard his name on the radio. And he said that's the first time he ever felt what it's like to be famous. Which is a pretty cool story. Pretty wild. Haley says lots of thunder in Regina, loud too. Thank you very much, Haley. Look out Regina, says Don. Let me take a look at Regina. Hold on. I think Regina's fine. Yeah, besides the lightning, it's actually starting to clear up for Regina. So Regina doesn't really need to look out. It's things are starting to clear up as it moves to the east. So, is it Fantasu? Fast? Oh, Fast as You 01. I see. I think I lived on the 16th floor. Mike lived, I believe, on the 3rd floor. Hold on. They said they lived on the 16th floor, and they think Mike lived on the 3rd. Which floor did you live on?
Might be a good idea to be focusing on the storms instead of which floors you lived on.
All right,
Just
Brennan's.
saying.
We're gonna ban Brennan.
Oh,
I'm
dare
sending
I
a text
keep you
message.
on topic.
How dare you make me focus on the storms during this live stream about storms? Brenda said, what year are we talking about for Don Mills? I don't know. Not sure what year it is, but I'm sure Fast as You would be able to give us an insight here. Lady Esri says, Brennan getting us back on topic. Leanne says, think anything will hit east of Estevan. Looks clear and very hot outside. Maybe these storms coming up from the south, possibly. Yeah, it looks like Estevan will get some storms later on. These ones coming up from the south. I think so. Jason says, any confirmed tornadoes today yet? I'm not sure. I think we had one report that there was maybe a tornado. Someone reported maybe a tornado, but I don't think... I don't think we've had any video of anything specific. So, yeah. But hey, what are the odds of that? That's pretty wild. Fast as You. Thanks for sharing. If you let me know your name, I'll ask my dad if he knew you. Let's see here.
Yeah, they could also send you an email, help@instantweather.ca, and then you
True.
guys can
Yeah.
continue chatting.
Yeah, if you don't want to put your name out on the live stream, it's all good. But yeah, send us an email at help@instantweather.ca, and I'll quiz my dad on some more stuff. He said, yeah. Oh, Dad said, yeah, and we lived on the 4th floor. But he said he's going to ask his mom to make sure. He said, ask him if they remember a cigarette machine in the downstairs near the locker room. Bringing back all my dad's old memories here. Brian Lalonde. Okay, cool, Brian. Alana, Brenda said, what did you start to say about that ASR photo that she mentioned?
Oh, I brought it up in team chat for you to take a peek at.
Oh, okay. Where did my team chat go? I got rid of it for some reason. Where did it go? I see it. There it is. Okay. All right. Let me bring it down. Okay. I see. So it wasn't even Brennan. It was Lindsay. He said maybe we should focus on the storm.
We were all thinking it.
That's right. Somebody had to say it. Sorry, go on. Trip down memory lane. Oh, that Wade Black photo from Brownfield. Okay, yeah, it looks like a little bit of wall cloud. That's about it. I don't see anything else besides that. By the way, if you are on Facebook, we have multiple storm reporting groups that are pretty fantastic. So one of them would be Saskatchewan Storm Reports. So just go to Facebook, hit the search button, and type Saskatchewan Storm Reports, and please join our group. We also have Alberta Storm Reports, we've got Manitoba Storm Reports, we've got Ontario Storm Reports, and we have Atlantic Canada Storm Reports. So we've got a whole bunch of different ones. Now my dad's sending a lot more. Okay. Asked them if they swam in the pool. It was a nice pool. Did he go to Lescon Public School? I still talk to my grade 2 teacher on Facebook from that school, says my dad.
Adam,
did you go to
focus?
I'm glad you figured out that your dad is actually your dad. You can confirm that.
What?
Oh, that he is like he has
ADHD
too.
Topic.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, was there a question that Adam was adopted or something?
Oh, there's no. Oh no! If you see my dad, I'm spitting.
I don't think there is
a
question anymore.
Image. Oh, there's no question. You know what I did? I did one of those filters that makes me look like 30 years older, and I look so. It's so scary how exactly I look like my dad. It's freaky. I sent it to him, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, it's literally me." We have the exact same voice too. His mom, so my grandma, would always call the house, and I'd pick up, and she'd say, "Hi, Corey." I'm like, "No, it's Adam," and I have to. We all have the exact same voice. Yes. I'm going to kick you all off if you're not going to have fun. You're all getting kicked off the live stream if you're not going to have fun. So, by the way, this looks really, 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 really strong. So near Petrovka, you're all getting the boot, by the way, just so you know. Near Petrovka, 92.16 kilometers an hour wind gusts. That is looking quite strong. It is disconnected from the storm, though, which is weird. So when you swipe over, you can see the storm here, and then I swipe over, and you can see the winds are quite disconnected. So I wonder if it's elevated, maybe. But probably still some really strong winds. Does anybody live in Petrovka by any chance? Anybody live in that area? Let me know.
And maybe they can tell us their life story.
Amanda says, I look like a perfect blend of my mom and dad as an old lady. Shake my head. Let's see here. Jason says, what?
Picture from Corey Perry. Corey Penner. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. Took between Weyburn and Colgate. The storm there.
Oh, where's that? Oh, I see it. Yeah. Wow. That's a nice shelf on that thing, eh? Holy moly. I didn't know, along with hockey, Corey Perry did storm chasing. That's amazing. That's,
You know what? Shut up. You're just included.
What, me?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. All right, let's see here. Yeah, still seeing that really strong winds near Bichard. Is it Bichard? I think so. I kept calling it Beckard, but it's Bichard. My very English pronunciation of Bichard is Beckard. But hail core in there, very strong wind gusts, still 95 I saw. Oh, they might be weakening a little bit. That would be good, but still fairly concerned with the storm. Is it going to... Maybe it won't hit Weyburn. Oh, it's going to be so close. I think it's going to miss. I mean, this could be precipitation here. So there could be some light rain. Maybe. Let us know in Weyburn if you're getting... Oh, Jason says I saw someone post crazy hail from Petrovka earlier. Okay. Look, it's B says, Brendan, I'm wheezing. I'm pretty sure they're laughing so hard that they're wheezing. I think that's what it was. Look, it's B says, I live for Brendan and Atlanta Sass.
That's basically why I'm here.
Exciting B said, you should pay attention, Adam. Dang.
Look, even the comments are agreeing. Maybe I should put a poll. Should Adam pay attention?
Yeah, I'm gonna
last poll whether or not he has ADHD, and this pretty much just confirmed it.
Confirmed is 53%. I was surprised it wasn't like 80% or something. It was 60.
I think if I did it now, it would be a lot higher.
Yeah, but there's a lot less people. We need a lot of data to really. The power of the wisdom of the crowd requires thousands of votes.
But statistically speaking, you need only like 1,000.
Yeah, about 1,000 is pretty good. 25% tornado risk on the storm still. This is a pretty nasty looking storm, and it's still got some really high tornado risk on it. Probably because of these types of signatures, I think machine learning is excited. Also, right near McTaggart. Actually, yeah, look at this. So right near where the hook of this, on the tail end Charlie of this storm, this is just near McTaggart, northwest of Weyburn, is a big, broad rotation couplet, or rotation meso. Let's see here. Not necessarily a couplet, but yeah, there is actually a couplet right here. Right here. 45 to 41. So that's getting pretty strong, and no wonder machine learning is excited about it.
A report on Twitter from Yellowgrass has hail larger than a quarter.
See that? Yeah.
And then Braden Morrisseau is on the storm, but he's southwest of Francis, so he's a bit further north.
Southwest of Francis, so he's up here.
Okay. Yeah, up where that curve is in the storm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. All right. Pretty big hail core in here as well, too. I would not be surprised if we saw some big time hail. But this rotation is right where the hook is on this storm. And we're talking 21% tornado risk, which is pretty high. It's the highest we've seen in a while. So that's not great.
I wonder if the lack of radar data from the south with that radar station, I think it's in Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Montana. If it's affecting the data quality with the storm trap.
With the storm risk? Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's only as good as it. Yeah, but look at it now from the one you're talking about, the Minot radar.
I wonder if that's why it's increased a lot, because it's kind of come into view of that radar station.
Maybe, probably. I think probably this one is really influencing it, but it's on both, really. But there's definitely rotation right here near McTaggart, right where the hail core is. So, yeah, that's a concerning storm for sure. Yeah, that's definitely some rotation, some long-range rotation right there. That's not great. We'll wait for the next frame here, which should be anytime soonish, 48, about a minute. In about a minute, we'll get another radar update here. And do we say that Fox Warren is still down? It is. Great. Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah, so we'll have to really rely on that North Dakota radar.
Yes, and thank goodness that Bethune is up again.
Don't jinx it.
Not trying to. I'm going to get rid of that outflow boundary Polygon, the first and last outflow boundary. Look, there's still like 2 outflow boundaries inside of this. Look at all these boundaries. They're just boundarying all over the place. There's one going north right here. There's another one coming south. There's this one pushing south. There's boundaries all over the place.
How can you not watch that and just think it's just fascinating?
I know. I love seeing the boundaries bounce off each other.
Nerd, but it's like, I love that.
There's been some. Have you seen some of the animations from the US though? They've been so incredible, where like all these boundaries go and clash, and then a huge supercell gets like spawned out of the clash of them and stuff. It's amazing. So cool. What's going on up here near North Battleford area? 1 second here. This one was like rotating. Kind of see it spinning, but I don't think it had anything too strong. No. Nope, nothing too strong over there. Definitely some lightning into North Battleford at the moment. And probably some heavy rain, I would think. I would think. GWA says it's going to hit Manitoba. Eventually the storms will move over there. Alex says watching from Weyburn, starting to get big wind gusts all of a sudden. No rain yet, but nonstop angry thunder rumbles. Wind turned cold just now. Must have dropped at least 5-10 degrees. Oh, so you're getting outflow, which is good news for Weyburn. Yes, you are getting outflow winds. you're definitely gonna get just a little sprinkle of something or other. Something or other. Yeah. Jeff just pointed out to me that we just got data of near Crydor of potentially 7.11 centimeter hail data. 7 centimeter hail data.
Is that Dave Sills?
No, from Jeff. So here.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear the name. I thought you said Dave.
Oh, sorry. No. Looking at some hail data. Maybe. Where's Crydor again? Is it up here? It was right over. Or was it Crydor up here? I'll just search for it. Why do I ever cause myself misery by just looking around here? Why don't I just search Crydor SK? Ah, it is this one. So this one to the north may have been the one that we put out the notification on very early on from this cell. I wonder where it would have been. Probably in its apex. Sorry, Crydor, it's just like we have a radius around them that gives us that detail. So probably down from here could have seen hail in the several centimeter size, which is pretty wild. Pretty wild. Let's see here. This storm is still looking quite nasty. And what are we at now? 24% tornado risk. So the tornado risk is actually increasing on the storm. Okay. Yeah, I think if anything, if there was a tornado, it'd probably be east of McTaggart right now, just based on what I'm seeing. With that rotation right there, let's go to tilt 2. Oh boy. Tilt 3. Yeah, I don't like the look of this area right here. I don't like the look of that. Still within my rotation polygon. Oh boy. Excuse me. My dad's still messaging me about stuff. He said he was going to go to bed. I'll say I'll ask and then go to bed. He said Brian Lalonde sounds familiar.
You guys like exchange emails or something.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Spitballing here.
Dad said, ask him if he knows Casey Smith or Cindy Clark. So if you're still around, Brian, let us know if you know those two names. I'm just being the intermediate in between Dad and an old friend, potentially. Let's see here. One time, a long, long time ago, I was working at a store in Collingwood, and a guy came in and he was like, he's talking to me for like 2 seconds, and he goes, "Is your dad Corey Skinner?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I was his best man at his wedding." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah, these really strong winds continue to move to the east towards Laird area, Waldheim, and still seeing really strong winds out in front of that cell, which is interesting. And still really strong winds here heading over towards Francis and Odessa. 99.36 kilometers an hour northeast of Sedley. And in the Francis area as well, too. Be interesting to see what Braden Morso posts about this storm, because it is certainly looking quite grumpy. Most certainly. Let's see what it's doing from Minot at the moment. That's it. These are the jokes, folks. I got nothing. At the moment, near Weyburn. I know that was awful. I try, folks. That's all I can do. I want to see here. Amanda says typical of dads, to be honest, especially those with ADHD. Dottie says nearly 10 p.m., Adam. Yeah, but not in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan is only 8 p.m. So it's in the past. Let's see here. Large marble hail in Francis, says Christina. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Excuse me. Oh, Brennan, you know the ad banner issue thing? I know we're talking shop here, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk to you while I have you here. Dev actually issued a fix for that, and I just never pushed it to production. So I just have to push that to production, and then that should fix it. So
it should be yelling at you instead of the dev. Is what you're saying.
Of course. Yeah. Got distracted. Never pushed that. I don't like the look of this right here near Wellington and CEDOUX area. Well, how do you pronounce that, Elena? Sadu?
I think Sadu.
Sadu and Wellington area. There's.
I will take corrections on that one.
Heading towards Tyven and Osage and Fillmore area. This looks like a elevated mesocyclone right here. So this looks like rotation, very strong rotation up on the upper atmosphere. It's right on the edge of radar, so it's quite a distance from this radar station. But if I switch it back to Canadian radar, it's saying, yeah, there's still something going on here. Something going on right here. We should get a new radar update in a few minutes, but that is the latest one right there. So strong winds and rotation continue on this cell. We still have 24% tornado risk, 57% severe wind risk on it. It is a pretty grumpy looking cell at the moment. Ninja Panda says, is there any CC drop on it? We can go take a peek at that. We wouldn't be able to see so much from the US radar, but let's see if we can see anything from Canadian radar. Canadian CC is really tricky. It's really, really noisy. Hard to tell. Let's see here. I mean, right where this rotation is, there is some drop, but there's also all this blue around, which makes it tricky to see. There is something right there, though. What about to the north? There is a little drop right here near Tyven. Those who are wondering what a CC drop is, its correlation coefficient is basically when it's rain, it's all one color. But when you have hail or you have debris, you start to get these drops. So when one thing is a rain droplet, the next thing's a hailstone. There's not a correlation between them. They're not the same. So so the less correlation, the more things are changing. Then when you get really strong drops, you can actually see debris. So you can see debris being lofted on radar. But nothing at the moment that's really interesting from what I can tell. Hard to tell, though, because it's quite messy. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, the storm's still the strongest at the moment. It's a pretty grumpy little Boeing little line. That is a grumpy storm. Fast as you, can you send me an email with all that so I can send it off to my dad? Send it over to help@instantweather.ca. Because I think he went to bed, so. But I'd love to send him that stuff.
I definitely haven't went to bed.
Wait, what? You definitely haven't gone to bed,
I'm just
Brian?
saying, I haven't definitely gone to bed.
Are you saying that you have definitely gone to bed? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. I'm saying I haven't gone to bed, so I'm still here watching you.
What?
That's great. I don't know what Brennan's getting at.
I'm confused. Do we still need that blue polygon for the outflow boundary, you think?
There's just so many outflow boundaries inside the blue polygon, but no, probably not.
Not nearly as strong as that.
No, definitely not as strong. No, I'll scrap that. That's a good idea. Yeah. I was thinking about that earlier, but yeah. But I was just like, there's just so many outflow boundaries inside the outflow boundary polygon. But yeah. Oh, it wants me to log in. Okay, one sec. Good. Good. All right, so So we just got data from McTaggart of 2.53 centimeter. Estimated hail size here. It's not great. Thanks, Fast as you. Appreciate it. Weatherflower says, Brandon, you're making my head hurt. I think she meant Brennan, but it's okay. Griffin
what
says,
I was saying is because you were going back off topic, so I was reminding you that I was here to mute you if you keep going off topic.
Oh, I didn't get that at all. Nobody got that. Yeah, you need to be a little less cryptic with your threats. Griffin says Sask Power website currently reporting power outages in Dummer and Perry close to Yellowgrass. Power outages, eh? That's not good. Should probably look that up. Would that be on that website, Brandon? Remember that website that has like all the different power outages? What was that again? Some poweroutage.com or something like that? Or should we just look up Sask Power? I'll just look up Sask Power. Sask Power.
That may only work on Ontario right now. I don't know if it's all of Canada, if they have it in.
Oh, okay.
I know they only have certain providers.
Outage map. Okay, so there is an outage map for Sask. I see. Okay, yeah. So it looks like, definitely a power outage from that storm. Crews have been dispatched or determining the cause and repair time for the outage reported in Dummer, Perry, and surrounding rural areas. Yeah, so Dummer's just northwest of Perry. And then, so that would have been right on this storm. Like basically, Dummer should be, so that's Yellowgrass. So there's Perry, there's Dummer. So there's a power outage here. And let's see what was happening around that time. Yeah. Looks like that caused a power outage there, and then also into Yellowgrass as it tracked to the east. Really? That's not good. And that's the only one that looks like it's storm related. All the other power outages are well up north, but there is power outages up near Flin Flon and stuff, so that could be storm related as well. But this is definitely power outage probably related to that storm. I mean, most likely related to this particular storm. So that could be some damaging winds in there. Oh, that's an old frame. Looks like a little bit of lightning into Weyburn. But I think the precipitation might miss by like a pixel. One single bin of radar. The green and yellow precipitation is just going to... Anybody getting a sprinkle of rain in Weyburn? Just a sprinkle? That's all I need is a sprinkle for my guess that it was going to hit Weyburn. I need one sprinkle, please. Do we know? Do we have a sprinkle? Can we confirm sprinkles? Jaden says, literally just spat in Weyburn for me. Confirmed. Weyburn got a sprinkle of rain. But you don't want the rest of it because it's looking pretty strong. Fast as you also knows Adam Clark. Oh, cool. It's a small world, eh? That's funny. Yeah, Adam's great. Let's see here. Dawson says, I would call what we have in Weyburn a sprinkle. Yes! It's sprinkled in Weyburn. 2 confirming reports that there was some sprinkles. I'm going to send a Polygon to Weyburn. Sprinkle potential. No, I'm just kidding. Could feel the temperature drop from the hail in McTaggart, says Dawson. Thank you very much for that report. Appreciate it. Sprinkle confirmed, says Jaden. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, sprinkle reported. Sprinkles reported. That'll be everyone in Weyburn's going to delete our app the second they receive that notification. That'll be a mass delete of instant weather. This is such a grumpy looking storm. Still going strong. Hopefully it starts to weaken as it moves to the east. The tornado risk on it has gone down to 7%, so that's pretty good news. That is good news. Let's see here. And it looks like what we saw, that the upper level rotation from the U.S. radar from Minot in North Dakota, it looks like it has weakened as well too. So this could be good news for the storm. Storm might be starting to ease up a little bit, even though we're still at 86% total severe risk. I have a feeling, the tornado risk went from 21 down to 7, so that's good news. And the severe wind risk is still 61%, so still a chance of this continuing to produce wind damage. We do have a power outage from Dummer and Perry to Yellowgrass, so that may still have a chance to... Largle said, should add to sprinkle risk. No, we can't go with sprinkle risk. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make any sense. Jane says, we are sprinkling. Alex says, I had 3 drops hit me in Weyburn, nearly nonstop lightning to the northwest and north. Nature is angry, but you did have 3 drops. That is 3 confirmed reports. Weyburn got some sprinkles. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Cooper says, why would they delete? Everybody likes sprinkles. Maybe. They're probably like, seriously? You're sending me a notification for sprinkles? Yeah. They'd be like, delete. Japanda says, Weyburn now has enough for a cupcake. Do you need sprinkles for a cupcake? I didn't know that. Well, some of these storms to the west are actually weakening. This one's starting to weaken. The ones to the north are weakening. All right. Even that one was weakening, and the ones northeast of Battleford are weakening. All right, I'm getting rid of that polygon too. This damaging wind, hail, and minor rotation. I'm going to scrap that one. The one that was north of Radisson. Yeah, scrapping that one. Cool. Sprinkles for cupcakes, says Dottie. Yes. Kim says, how is Petrovka? I think it's fine now. It looks like you had some pretty strong winds before. What did you experience? Let us know, because it looked pretty nasty there. And we heard there's some big-time hail and probably some pretty strong winds from what I saw. Kate says no sprinkles here in Weyburn. Which side of town are you on, Kate? Are you in the south? Are you in the north side of town? I think probably only the north side of Weyburn got sprinkles. Oh, I guess you do need sprinkles for cupcakes if we're talking about the candy sprinkles. I'm like, why would you need sprinkles of rain for cupcakes? Oh, you mean sprinkles. I get it now. That went right over my head.
You hear that sound of wind, that's the idea going like right over your head.
It was actually an outflow boundary that clipped my new haircut. My wife just cut my hair tonight. Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate it. I was saying to her, I'm like, oh, can you, I forget what it was about, but I was like, oh, can you do this with it? She's like, nope, I'm going to do what I'm going to do with it. She goes, you get what you get at Amanda's Salon or something. Oh, okay, I guess I can't say anything. She's like, if you want anything different done with your hair, you go talk to a professional. But she's like, if you want me to cut your hair, then you get what you get. Cooper says, wow, no words. Yeah, I totally forgot. I didn't realize we're talking about sprinkles. I thought we were still talking about drops of rain. On that note, is it time to shut down the stream? Probably. Whoa, we've gone pink. All right. Well, we've come down. Actually, we were at black and we've gone down to pink. So we're still watching the storm. We'll watch the storm for a little bit longer, and then I think we'll probably kill the stream because hopefully the storm is gonna weaken. Just went right through Francis. Let us know what you experienced in Francis if you're around that area. Let us know if you put any sprinkles. Oh, Weyburn is actually getting some rain, but from a different cell. The south side of Weyburn is going to get a little bit of rain as well, too. But it's from 2 different storms. The one to the north is the very, very grumpy one. Oh, boy. Right near Worcester, starting to see what could be some rotation there. It also could be noise, because this is a very, very noisy... I'm getting a lot of velocity radar noise right now. Could be some second trip interference potentially, which is possible. Still a strong signature up here east of Francis as well. Let's see here. Jane says, is that a tornado warning? No, this is a polygon that we put out. We also send out custom notifications, and this, as you can see here, is damaging winds and rotation. So we've seen damaging winds on this storm, and we've detected rotation on as well too. So we put our own custom polygons as well too for that. So no, that is our own one. Weatherflower says music before the end of the stream. Maybe. Probably just play. I'll probably just click play on that song I wrote. Oh, I need to get rid of this one as well too. This was the damaging winds and hail on this one. I think these storms are starting to weaken, so I'll get rid of that polygon. Griffin says, appreciate y'all keeping us updated, including voice from the void. Jane says, why is it pink? It's actually red. Does it come through? Oh, you mean why is this pink? This thing pink? This is our IW Storm Risk, which is it's a machine learning, so like an artificial intelligence tool to determine the risk for every single storm. So you can see that it's a 57% severe wind risk. You can see it's a 10% tornado risk on it, 84% total severe risk on this storm. And that gets updated every 2 minutes. And for Canadian radar, it's every 6 minutes we start to get new data. So usually it takes a little bit with that. Tornado risk spiked again. Yeah, it went a little bit up, but it was at 21 before, which is pretty wild. But yeah, that outline looks like a foot. Oh, maybe. But yeah, so this is part of the tool of Instant Weather Pro. So if you have a subscription to Instant Weather Pro, then you can get this data here as well. If you'd like to subscribe to Instant Weather Pro, you can head over to instantweatherpro.com. We built it for the Northern Tornadoes Project out of Western University with Dr. Sills and his team. And we also built it for us to use, of course, on the live stream and to track storms across Canada. And we've launched it. We had a beta test out for a year. Now we've launched it as a full, main product kind of thing. Not a beta test anymore, just a regular product kind of. So we've launched it as a full production product, and now you can subscribe to it. So it's like $99 for the year, which is about $8.25 per month if you break it down month by month. We don't have a monthly option yet for it, but we will be adding one soon as we add, because it's a website right now. So it can work on your iPad, it can work on your phone, it can work on your computer. But you also will also be bringing it into the Instant Weather app. So we have a free app called Instant Weather. And of course, if you can't afford this or you don't want to pay for Pro Radar data, then of course you can just get our free app, and that works great as well too. And you can get our free app at instantweatherapp.com. But we will be putting Instant Weather Pro into the Instant Weather app. In fact, we've already done it. We're just testing it, and we're just finalizing the details. And when that goes live, then we're going to launch a monthly version of Instant Weather Pro as well. So then, of course, you get a discount if you subscribe for the year. So I'm not trying to figure out what it's going to be. So if it's $99 for the year, then maybe it'll be like, I don't know, $11.99 per month or something like that. I see there's some apps that are so ridiculous. They're like, it's $19.99 for the month, or it's $49.99 for the year. I'm like, what? Like, what kind of math is that? That's ridiculous. And then you're like, oh my goodness, it's such a deal. Anyways, yeah. I see some ones that are a little bit ridiculous, but I think maybe we'll go like, I don't know, $11.99 or $14.99 for the month or something like that. Maybe $15 a month, maybe. Maybe we'll stretch it out a bit, and then it'll be $100 for the year if you want to subscribe for the year. So, but if you would like to subscribe to that, you can head over to instantweatherpro.com, and you can subscribe to Instant Weather Pro, and you can follow along with us. It actually looks like this. I have it all zoomed in, but this is the actual platform. So you can see the bar at the bottom for the animations. You can see down here. You can, of course, slide that over and back and see the different frames. You can go from split mode like this, where you can swipe back and forth. You can go to dual mode, where you can have both of them on the screen at the same time. So you can have wind on the right, and you can have so reflectivity on the left, so rain and hail on the left, and wind speed and direction on the right. So you can see, 110. Actually, this is getting pretty strong up here near Montmartre, Montmartre, Montmartre. Anybody? Somebody help me in the comments, please.
I can't even see because you're zoomed out.
Oh, it's Montmartre.
Montmartre?
Montmartre?
Or just not even pronouncing the last.
Here, I'll zoom in here. 1 sec. There we go. Anybody? Momart says
I'm
nom
seeing
nom.
Momart.
Momart. That is the last thing I figured this would be. Momart, really? Momart.
That's what happens when you try to pronounce things French and they're not French at all.
Momart. It's there's a lot more letters in there than Momart, but anyways, fine. Okay, so it's Momart, spelt MONTMARTRE. Momart. Okay. Anyways, Melinda says Momart, LOL. It's a French name. No, I get that. Yeah, I get that part of it. But still, Momart. Okay. Anyway, so that's Momart. Yeah, it looks like, tornado risk has gone up to 12% now on the storm, so it's still hanging out. Weyburn getting some rain, but that, again, is from another storm. It's not from the same storm. But now, actually, sorry, it is connected to that storm, so it's merged. So now it has become the same storm. So the storm did hit Weyburn. Hooray, not just sprinkles for your cupcakes, but actually some rain. So, yeah, but really strong winds moving into Kendall and Momart. 110, 111 kilometers an hour, 111.96, so basically 112 kilometer an hour wind gusts potentially on that storm. It's not too far from radar, and that's looking pretty darn strong. So could see some power outages there, could see some trees coming down. It would be not great. It's so nice, though, having everybody in the comments, and of course Alana as well. But the combination of all of you and Alana to try to help me pronounce things, because I can't pronounce a darn thing. So it's pretty rough. Everything's turning to rain up here, though. This is pretty much the last storm with some integrity to it. There's still a severe thunderstorm warning up here on this little one, heading up towards Duck Lake. Could still be some strong winds in there. This looks like noise, but it has 131, 135 kilometer an hour winds. But it's probably noise, but there could still be some strong winds there. Oscar Lake area, Hafford, could see some lightning, thunder, strong winds as well. Maybe a little bit of hail, but overall, this is pretty much the storm of the day. So we'll continue to track this a little bit longer, and then I think we will call the live stream, I think, especially as it starts to weaken. We'll see what it does. But it's continuing and looking quite grumpy. This is out of my Polygon now, so I think probably, I don't know if I should continue my Polygon. 12% tornado risk. It's not super small. Got a little bit of a bow here. There's a shot from Prince Albert from earlier at 5:35 there. Thank you for the report. Appreciate it, Andrea. Mm-hmm. Tyson says, starting to pour in Momart. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Lots of big hail by Hafford, says Kevin. Thank you very much. Tyson, if you could keep an eye on what's going on there and let us know. Pretty please, because those really strong winds are pretty much right into your area. How are the winds? Let us know. Sure, it's gonna be pretty darn windy. I'm gonna go back and see if there's any new power outages here from that one. I don't think so. We should probably. I always forget about the power outage maps. We should probably have that up. Looks like there is a power outage over by Keeler, north of Moose Jaw. Wonder what that's from. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. I think we're going to continue to watch this storm as it tracks to the northeast. I'd like to hear at least what Tyson. Winds are pushing the rain sideways, say Tyson. What's going on with the trees, Tyson? Are they Are any trees coming down, or are they just kind of just shaking and not falling over? But really strong winds potentially right here, 109 kilometers an hour. Not that far from radar, so it might be elevated potentially. Winds are pushing the rain sideways. That's not great. Kevin says strong winds in Waldheim has removed some shingles from houses, and even some siding is ripped off in Waldheim. Really?
So that one would have been from earlier.
And that would have been from earlier, yeah.
Yeah,
Let me just...
that was that northern storm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was...
the way Environment Canada has updated that warning to 115 kilometers an hour wind gusts. It was 110 earlier.
Pretty much done now. That storm is weakening for sure, though. Are you saying that it was northwest of Waldheim? Is that what you're talking about, Kevin? Because, yeah, I could see that. I mean, the winds were really strong. Oh, never mind. There was really strong winds in Waldheim on the outflow boundary. Look at that. Isn't that wild?
That storm, or wasn't there one earlier, too? That was the tornado warning one?
Oh, maybe. Oh, you're right. No, that might have been from much earlier. Oh, okay. Kevin, was it for the previous storm? Because that would make more sense for sure. Ian says sprinkling in Weyburn. More sprinkles. Lightning to the north. Top of tree swaying. Seems more north. Kevin says right in the middle of town. So that might have been... Kevin, was that from the first... Was that the storm that had the tornado warning earlier on? Probably, yeah. Tyson says, haven't seen anything so far. Pretty dark here. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Excuse me. I had Freshie tonight. It was great. Did anybody eat Freshie? I love Freshie. Should probably get them as a sponsor. Kevin says yes. So it was the one that was under tornado warning earlier. Okay. We can go back and take a look at that. So we can actually look into historical data here. Let's go back and look at... where'd it go? Come back. Waldheim. There it is. Okay, so let's go here and let's go back to... That was the storm earlier. Okay, so let's move forward. Yes, it was this one. This was the one for sure. Yeah. It was definitely that right there. You know what? He says it was right in town. Look at this. It was the outflow boundary. It wasn't even the storm. There you go. Damage from an outflow boundary. Once again, Waldheim, right in town, had shingles and siding ripped off, and the only thing that went through town was an outflow boundary. On radar, it showed 72 kilometer an hour winds, but clearly they were stronger at the surface. Let's go one frame ahead and see. Yeah, if he was right in town, which is right here. What street was it on, Kevin? Was it on 1st, 2nd? Was there a 3rd Avenue? No, there's no 3rd Avenue. We have first, everything is like Main Street and then 3rd Avenue. Let's get right down to street level here. Let's go take a look at some of the buildings in Waldheim. There's a little co-op over here. That's cool.
I think they need to be a little more creative in their street names. Like
I know.
First Avenue East, First Avenue South.
Yeah, there's a Main Street.
Let's get some variety. Main Street North, Main Street South.
Yeah, and there's Poplar Street.
Poplar Street.
It's very popular.
Got...
That's it. Everything's 4th Street, 3rd Street, 2nd Avenue.
Oh.
So I guess you know that there's Neufeld Avenue. What else we got? That's about it. Oh, there's Central Avenue. So no, there's a few. You zoom in, there's a few. There's something going on there in Waldheim. But yeah, it looks like it was an outflow boundary. If caused damage, that was an outflow boundary that caused damage in Waldheim. Isn't that wild? Yeah, that's a pretty strong outflow boundary. I'm glad I sent that notification out. Clearly strong enough to do damage. Again, more damage from an outflow boundary. Don't see that every day. All right, how's our beastly storm going? That's northeast of Weyburn. Trainer risk has come down a percentage. Severe risk is still quite high. We've gone back up to a black outline polygon here with instant weather storm risk. And yeah, the winds are still quite strong up towards Wolseley. So Momart, any news from Momart? Cooper says Freshie is so good. Cooper says, but hate the change in steak they made. I never get steak there. The one I get is I get the same one every time, and I love it every time. So I get chicken with the hard-boiled eggs added. Is amazing. I just did it by accident. Or not by accident. I was like, let's give it a shot. And you just add hard-boiled eggs to anything, and it's so good. But unless you're a vegetarian, of course. But yeah, so I did chicken with the hard-boiled eggs, avocado, onions, the fresh leaf lettuce, whatever it is, and then balsamic vinegar on it, cheddar cheese, salt and pepper. It's great. Oh, Kim says Minot is not pronounced Minot. Who pronounced it Minot? Did I say Minot? I'm pretty sure I said Minot, but maybe I said Minot. But I'm pretty sure I said Minot.
No, she's saying that it is pronounced Minot.
Oh, sorry. Is pronounced Minot. My bad. Minot is pronounced Minot. Really? It's pronounced Minot? I thought I've heard somebody say it was pronounced Minot before. But maybe that's like the French pronunciation of it. So it is Minot? Really? People give me a hard time before on a live stream, I think in Manitoba, when I said, oh, let's check out the Minot radar. And they said, it's Minot. So I think there's a bit of a conflict of how people pronounce it, I guess. I think Minot would be more of like the French pronunciation, I think. But Dwight says, anything expected for Prince Albert later tonight? Maybe. Let's see what these storms are doing here. Yeah, you're going to get some rain. It's almost there. If it's not, yeah, it's almost there. It's not there yet. You're going to get some rain, probably. That's about it. Maybe some lightning. Not too much going on up there. Could be some strong winds near Duck Lake at the moment. But there's no severe thunderstorm warning on that storm anymore. And let's see here. Ninja said, dang right we gave you heck for it. Michelle says, Minot. Interesting. Yeah, I can't win. If I pronounce it Minot, people say it's Minot. If I pronounce it Minot, people say it's Minot. So there's no pleasing you. This storm is splitting. Oh, this is a kind of a new cell that's popped up near Halbright. Nothing too strong at the moment. Still got a decent little hail core on this one, going into Osage area. Osage. And yeah, still some strong winds heading near Momart and tracking to the northeast. All right, I think we'll keep a close eye on this storm as it continues to track, but I think we're probably going to shut down the stream at this point in time. I'd like to thank Brennan and Alana and Teresa and Patricia and Lindsay and everyone on the team, Cody and Cole, and I should just go through the list. Hold on a sec. Let me go through the list. It's the only way. All right. Alana, Brennan, Cody, Cole, Dee, Dominic, Kyle. We have two Kyles. Leslie, Liam, Lindsay, Matt, Miranda, Patricia, Sarah, and Teresa. I'd like to thank everyone on the team for all their help. I'd like to thank everybody in the community for watching the live stream. We sincerely appreciate it. And we hope... I just noticed that Brennan put sprinkles reported in Weyburn. Thank you, Brennan. Appreciate all of your input. It's very kind of you. Thank you so much. I'll play that song out. This is a song I wrote for those who have storm anxiety, and I'll play it as we go out here.
Storm has passed.
Thanks so much, everyone. Good night, Brandon. Good night, Lana. I mean, voice from the void. Brenda says, Adam, did you know there's a very famous high-end female rock star who is an avid storm chaser? Who's that? Thanks, Northern Spirit. Appreciate it. Dottie with cupcakes. I like how you said high-end. Like, what would be the alternative? A famous low-end female rock star? Do you mean like high-end, like super famous? I'm curious now. Brenda, you gotta let us know before I go. Haley says, thanks for the updates. You're very welcome. Rose says, thanks for the great insights on these storms. You're very welcome. It's our pleasure. Hoping everybody's staying safe tonight. Yes, super famous. Brenda, who is it? Do you know their name? Or are they just super famous and that's it? Who is it? Who? You're welcome, Cooper. I'm gonna have to Google it if Brenda doesn't tell me now. I need to know who this super famous, quote-unquote, high-end rock star is that's also a storm chaser. Haley says, famous person with famous name, you know? Please tell us who it is. Could be some pretty strong winds heading up to Moffat area and Wolseley, Summerberry, Grenfell, Bering. Yeah, it's looking pretty grumpy. Still just waiting on Brenda to let us know who the super duper super famous person's name is. Gonna sleep just fine. Tonight. Maybe she won't let us know. Maybe she's so famous we can't say who it is. It's Taylor Swift. No. She said rock star, so no, it's not really Taylor Swift. Well, thanks so much, everyone. Appreciate it. I better stop the song before it starts again. There we go. Perfect. Famous person with famous name. Okay. Super famous. But you don't want to tell us who it is. Okay. I'll have to Google it. But anyways, yeah. If anybody knows, let us know. But thank you so much, everyone. Curl says, are you still going to stream in Manitoba? No, we're going to stop the stream for now. But we'll definitely be watching radar. That's all we do. So we'll be watching radar. And of course, if there's any alerts sent out, we'll automatically send them out to your instant weather app. If you do not have our free app, you can get it at instantweatherapp.com. Put the link at the bottom of the screen here, instantweatherapp.com. Go download our free app if you do not have it. Put in your location, enable notifications, and if there are any alerts issued for your area, or if we send out any custom notifications, then you'll receive those instantly through your phone. So thank you so much, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful night, and maybe at some point in time we'll figure out who Brenda was talking about, even though she hasn't told us who it is. But one of these days, it's pretty anticlimactic. Thanks, Brenda, for causing more questions than answers. Appreciate it. Can we check U.S. radar if anything's coming to Winkler? I can take a look here. One sec. I can go take a look. What's happening down near Winkler? Nothing much from what I can tell. There are some storms way back here in Montana that may eventually head over your way. Hopefully nothing too strong, but again, if there is any alerts issued for your area, we will definitely send those to your device. So Kirill or whatever, Kirill, Kirill. Hopefully you do have our free app, but if you don't, please go download it. It's called Instant Weather, and it's free, and you can download it at instantweatherapp.com. Anyways, have yourself a wonderful night, everyone. Hope everybody stayed safe. And Cole says my not. Yeah, I guess it's my not. I swear I said my not before, and I got in trouble and said my no. But anyways, all right, I guess it's my not. We'll just go with my not. Fast as you says Pecos Hank. Yeah, Pecos Hank is a great musician and one of the greatest storm chasers of all time. But I don't think that's the super famous female rock star that Brenda was talking about. Haley says Jenny Hagen. Is Jenny a big rock star? I didn't know that. Maybe she is. I'm not sure. Jeremy says, what about Lloyd?
I'm aware of.
I mean, maybe she's a secret super awesome rock star. I mean, she's a rock star, like, in general. Like, just as a human kind of thing, from what I can tell. But I don't know. I don't think maybe she's actually a rock star. Lloyd Minster just looks like a lot of lightning and some heavy rain. So nothing too super duper strong there, Jeremy. Thanks for the question. Appreciate it. Anyways, all right, we're going to shut down the stream. It's been 3 hours and 10 minutes. It was quite an evening. Tornado warnings. Hopefully everybody stayed safe. I know we did have... Haley says, I don't know, Google said that. Oh, okay. Yeah, Pecos Hank is amazing. Diane is asking about Yorkton. Okay, I'll check Yorkton before we go. I think Yorkton's okay. Where'd Yorkton go? Come back. Never can find it. Come back, Yorkton. There it is. Yeah, just some heavy rain, maybe some lightning. Nothing too significant from what we can tell. Tornado risk has started to go down a little bit on this one. Definitely could see some strong damaging winds through Wolseley and Grenfell. But we did have some reports of some power outages with this one as well, too. So could have been some strong winds and knocked over some trees and that type of thing. But anyways, thanks so much, everyone. Have yourself a wonderful night. We'll talk to you all soon. And again, hopefully everybody stayed safe. Bye-bye.